once again.
Chicago started for Oakland.
But the former Chicago Cub, Chuck Rainey, has come on. He is now pitching in relief. The Indians lead the A's 4-0 as that game goes to the 5th inning. Detroit and Toronto in a big one in the Eastern Division. No score at the end of 2. Dan Petrie with a record of 16-8 pitching for Detroit. And Doyle Alexander is on the mound for the Blue Jays. He is 13-5. No score at the end of 2. The Blue Jays and the Tigers in Toronto. Milwaukee is playing at Baltimore. No score at the end of half an inning. Bob McClure pitching for the Brewers against Dennis Martinez. The California Angels will get underway in a few minutes at Chicago. Jeff Zahn with a record of 10-9 pitches for the Angels, and Britt Burns 2-10 goes for the White Sox. Seattle will play at Kansas City. The Royals, in a tie for first place in the West with Minnesota, will pitch Bud Black, who is 14-11 against Matt Young, 4-6 of the Mariners. Meanwhile, the Twins are at home against the Texas Rangers. They'll get underway in about 10 minutes. Frank Viola, 14-12, pitches for Minnesota. And Mike Mason, with a record of 8 wins and 11 losses, goes for the Texas Rangers. That's the out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by People Express, the airline where low prices and frequent flights make it easy to get out of town. Dwight Gooden is warming up here with his catcher, Mike Fitzgerald. Prior to the first game of a 3-game weekend series, the Mets and the Chicago Cubs. Cubs leading the Mets by 7 ball games in the National League East as this one gets underway. Chicago leadoff man Bob Dernier steps into the batter's box at Shea Stadium. And back to the microphone, Bob Murphy.
Thank you very much, Steve Lamar, and hi again, everybody. This ought to be fun. Shea Stadium just about jammed to capacity. The opening game of the weekend series. Mets in a situation where they have to win 2 of the 3 if they are to maintain a real chance at overhauling Chicago. Bob Dernier hitting a .284, right-handed batting speedster, leading off against Dwight Gooden. Fastball high, 1 ball and no strikes. Ryne Sandberg is on deck, and then Gary Matthews. The Cubs have won 6 and lost only 2 on this road trip. Low outside, ball 2, 2 balls and no strikes. Setting the defense for New York. Keith Hernandez playing first, Wally Backman at second. Hubie Brooks at short, and Ray Knight is playing third. George Foster in left, Mookie Wilson in center, Darryl Strawberry around at right. The catcher, Mike Fitzgerald. 2-0 delivery, a strike call, it's 2-1. The Cubs lead the New York Mets 9-3 in the season series, winning the last 7. Now Dr. K into his motion, the pitch thrown, a strike call. 2 balls and 2 strikes. On the coaching lines for manager Jimmy Fry, Don Zimmer coaching at third and John Vukovich at first. The plate umpire is Frank Pulley, a veteran. Doug Harvey at first. The 2-2 delivery, curve just missed. Now Dwight Gooden needs to fan only 4 in this ball game tonight to set a new National League record for strikeouts by a rookie pitcher. The record is 227, set by Grover Cleveland Alexander back in 1911. The pitch, foul tip, just got a piece of it. Count stays at 3-2. Next target for Dwight Gooden will be 245 strikeouts, the major league record for a rookie pitcher by Herb Score of Cleveland in 1955. You realize Dwight Gooden is averaging 11 strikeouts per 9 innings, the highest strikeout ratio in history. Here's the 3-2 delivery, ball 4, and he has walked the leadoff batter, Bob Dernier. Now he'll have to be careful. Dernier is an excellent base stealer. We'll pause for station identification on the New York Mets Baseball Network.
Hi, this is Mike Fitzgerald reminding you to listen for the WHN Secret Song for Mets fans only later on in today's game on WHN New York.
Bob Murphy with Steve Lamar. We are just underway. On 3-2, Dwight Gooden has walked Bob Dernier. Leadoff batter Dernier has 40 stolen bases. And the hitter is Ryne Sandberg, hitting .321. Right-hand batter, fastball, high ball 1. Sandberg is the number 2 hitter of the National League. And it is talked in Chicago that if the Cubs do win, Ryne Sandberg is their choice to be the National League's most valuable player. He has done so much. 18 home runs, 74 runs batted in. Imagine 74 RBIs, hitting second in the batting order. He has 31 doubles. He has 17 three-base hits. He leads the league in triples, one more than Juan Samuel. And yes, he leads the league in slugging percentage. That is a column you usually think of the great home run hitters, the Mike Schmitz and so on. 1 ball and no strikes to Ryne Sandberg. Dernier takes a short lead. And the pitch on the way, low outside. And Dr. K might be a little bit nervous, and if so, it's certainly understandable. He is so poised for one so young, just 19 years old. He will not be 20 until November. But with the importance of this ball game, this series, and the packed house, he's bound to be a little bit jittery. There goes the runner. The pitch is strike. The throw to second to slide. Stolen base. Bob Dernier has stolen second. For Dernier, his 41st stolen base of the year. He's one behind Mets' Mookie Wilson. And Chicago very quickly has a runner in scoring position. Dernier is on second, nobody out. The count is 2-1 to Ryne Sandberg. The Chicago Cubs are 30 games over 500. They have already won 85 ball games this year. Pitching 2-1, fouled back toward our broadcasting level and out of play. Now it's 2-2 on Ryne Sandberg. Dwight has seen a lot of the Cubs this year. He already has 4 decisions against Chicago. Dwight has won 2 and lost 2. One of the best games of the year. He beat Dick Ruthven 2-1 on a Friday night before a big crowd here at Shea Stadium. That was the last time the Mets have beaten the Chicago Cubs this year. Waiting on a 2-2 delivery. Strike 3 call. Sandberg has been caught looking. There's the first strikeout of the evening for Dwight Gooden. Dwight now has 225 strikeouts this year in only 184 innings. Here's the ball player they affectionately call Old Sarge, Gary Matthews. Matthews, after being traded by the Phillies to the Cubs, having a very solid year. Hitting .295, 10 home runs, and 69 runs batted in. And Gary Matthews has 15 stolen bases. Let's have the infield straight away. Mookie Wilson playing a couple of strides to right center. Now the stretch by Dr. K. And the pitch by the young right-hander. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Bob Dernier is on second and 1 away. And we are just underway, first inning at Shea. Cool but a comfortable evening in the ballpark. The game time temperature 62 degrees, but there is no wind to speak of. Now Mike Fitzgerald providing a target for Dwight Gooden. And time called by plate umpire Frank Pulley. Gooden stayed in that set position for an unusually long period of time. And at the last moment, Gary Matthews said, I can't hold this anymore, let's get time out. Once that batter gets set, he can only hold that for a few seconds. So Gooden will check it out once again with Mike Fitzgerald. Gary Matthews, the veteran, hitting .295. The pitch, swing and a miss. Now Gooden with a 2-strike count. The Bull, Leon Durham, is on deck. The Chicago Ball Club is such a solid hitting ball club. 3 of their regulars are in the top 10 in the National League in RBIs. Ron Cey, the veteran third baseman, is 3rd in the league. Jody Davis and Leon Durham, both in the top 10. The Chicago club has a .264 team batting average. 2-strike delivery, fastball wide. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Well, this is it, Mr. Lamar. The Mets can't put it off. They've got to go to work against the Cubs right now.
Yes, sir. They've got to win. They're already 7 back. 3 this weekend here, 3 next weekend in Chicago.
You can feel the electricity in the air here tonight. Now the pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. High hard one by Dwight Gooden. He fans Gary Matthews. Now there are 2 men away. The next batter that he strikes out will enable 19-year-old Dwight Gooden to tie Grover Cleveland Alexander. Alexander, the year he set the record, had an incredible 336 innings. Here is Dwight Gooden about to tie him. He's only pitched 185 innings. So Dernier, who opened the game with a walk, is on second base. He stole second. Tough hitter Leon Durham is the batter. He's hitting 286. Fastball high, 1 ball and no strikes. Leon Durham has 21 home runs and 85 runs batted in. So Durham is 7th in the league in RBIs. Second on the Cubs in home runs. The Cubs are second in the National League in hitting home runs. Now the pitch, and a ground ball hit to shortstop, fielded by Hubie. The throw to first, the inning is over. Hubie Brooks throws out Leon Durham. So after giving up a leadoff walk, Dwight Gooden fan 2, and he gets Durham on a ground ball to short. No runs, no hits, and a man left. In the middle of inning 1, actually, the Cubs nothing, and the Mets are coming to bat.
10:50, WHN.
Let's see. I've got eggs and milk and paper towels. I just what? Hello?
Want some tickets?
A scalper in a grocery store?
How'd you like 2 tickets to the World Series?
The World Series?
Keep it down. Shh.
I'm sorry.
Hey, look at these babies. Look at them. Look at them.
Oh, this is a package of Thornapple Valley hot dogs.
Oh, what a rube.
A what?
This is Thornapple Valley's World Series double pack.
Oh.
It's all you need for a chance to win a trip for 2 to the World Series in the Thornapple Valley World Series sweepstakes.
Well, let me see that.
Hey, look, fella. I'm going to give you a good price.
Wait a second. According to that sign, the store's got them on sale.
Yeah, sure. They're on sale now.
Oh, boy. These...
Wait a minute. When you're out, come in. Ask for Louie. I'll be...
Lewis, is that you?
Oh, yes, Mr. Griebel, it is.
Better stock some more of those Thornapple Valley World Series double packs, huh?
Yes, sir, Mr. Griebel. Hey, save a bundle on special World Series double packs, and you could be one of the lucky winners in the Thornapple Valley World Series sweepstakes. See store for details and tell them Louie sent ya.
Members only. Outerwear and sportswear is comfortable and easy as it is dramatically different.
Make a love life for the winner. Make a love life for the winner.
Yeah, pour yourself a cold Michelob Light. Just compare that rich, smooth taste to any beer you like. You'll know why it's Michelob Light.
Make a love life for the winner.
Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
Opposing 19-year-old Dwight Gooden here tonight will be 33-year-old Dick Ruthven. He has shown a lot of class, a lot of courage this year. Early in the season, he underwent shoulder surgery and was on the disabled list for almost 2 months. He has been battling his way back and now is pitching very well again. Ruthven 5-9 on the year, but he's won his last 2. And remember, he has worked his way back from surgery. Wally Backman leading off. First pitch by Ruthven, and a high fly hit deep to right center field. Way back goes to center fielder near over his head. Base hit bouncing off the wall. Backman around second, on his way to third. He has a triple. Start. Wally Backman coming out of the slump in a big way. Wally was hitless in his last 15 times at bat. He hit a high fly that carried deep to right center. When it finally came to rest, it was against the wall, 396 feet out. And Backman is on third.
Picked an excellent time to end the slump, and boy, that's the 26th time he's led off in the first inning with a base hit. What a hit here.
That might be the longest ball we have seen him hit to right center field. The hitter is Mookie Wilson. Changeup, taken high, ball one. He hit one that hard against Mike Krukow of the Giants in the 10th inning to help Dwight Gooden win a thrilling 2-1 ball game. Now the stretch by Ruthven. Here's the pitch on the way. Fouled over third and into the crowd. Mookie Wilson hitting second in the order. Mookie batting at 271. That was Wally Backman's second triple of the year. Bob Dernier is very fast, covers a lot of ground. He could not get close to it. Ball hit on the warning track or right at the base of the wall. Here's the stretch. The pitch to Mookie. Changeup fouled off. He really throttled back on that one. And the count to Mookie Wilson is 1 ball, 2 strikes. No score last of inning 1 at Shea. The Friday night game in the 3-game weekend series. A night game tomorrow night at 7:35, a day game Sunday. 33-year-old Dick Ruthven delivers. And a pop fly into short right center. Dernier is on the run, and it's the right fielder Moreland who makes the catch. Coming home, Wally Backman, 1-0 New York. They immediately appeal at third, and he's safe. He left after the catch was made. The run is good. So on a fly ball to rather shallow right center field, at the last moment, we were watching Dernier thinking he would make the play. But it was the right fielder, Moreland, who stepped in front of Bob Dernier, made the catch, immediately threw the ball home, but not in time. 1-0 New York. An RBI for Mookie Wilson. So a sacrifice fly and a run batted in. 1-0 New York. Here's Keith Hernandez. Keith hitting at .317. He's fourth in the National League in batting. The windup by Ruthven. At the knees, it just misses. 1 ball and no strikes. That's getting a run in a hurry off Dick Ruthven. Wally Backman tripled way over the head of Bob Dernier in right center. And on a change-up breaking ball, Mookie Wilson hit a fly ball deep enough to right center to get Backman home. Hernandez lays off. A strike call to the outside corner. 1 ball and 1 strike. Now the veteran right-hander, Dick Ruthven, around with the arm. Slow curve wide. He will throw a lot of off-speed pitches. He's a craftsman. His 12th year in the major leagues. The 2-1 delivery. Lined hard toward left center. On the run, Bob Dernier, he'll get there, and he makes the catch. Dernier tracking that one down rather deep in left center field. That was a shot off the bat of Keith Hernandez.
Stepping up, number 18, right fielder,
Darryl Strawberry is the hitter. Darryl batting cleanup. In the last 7 games, Darryl has 3 homers and 9 runs batted in. So his bat has been far livelier in September than it was in the month of August when he had so many hitting problems. 1-0 New York, last of inning 1. The pitch by Rufus. High and away, 1 ball and no strikes. Darryl batting at .250 on the year. 20 home runs and 76 runs batted in. Strawberry, the team leader now in home runs. Slow curve, just missing. 2 balls and no strikes to Strawberry. Tomorrow night, the game will be 7:35, and on Sunday, 1:35. Pitching 2-0, and it's low, ball 3, 3-0. Strawberry now glancing down toward Bobby Valentine to see if he's taking on this. Here's the 3-0 delivery. Strike call to the outside corner. Three and 1, the count on Darryl Strawberry as Ruthven delivers. And it is inside ball 4. No, they check the half swing. The third base umpire, Joe West, calls it a swing. And that will bring Strawberry back to the plate. And the count is now 3-2. He was already on his way to first base. So it's 3-2 to Darryl Strawberry. The pitch on the way. And a ground ball hit foul down the first base line. Stabbed by Leon Durham. Cubs having an excellent road trip. They opened this road trip in Atlanta, and they won 3 out of 4. They went into Philadelphia and won both games. They went to Montreal and split 2 ball games. So since leaving Wrigley Field, the Cubs have won 6 out of 8 games. High fly ball, well hit to left center field. Back goes Dernier. He's calling. Near the warning track, he makes the catch, and that retires the side. Boy, there were some long drives in that half inning. Dernier having a very busy inning. 1 run, 1 hit, a triple by Wally Backman, nobody left. At the end of 1 inning at Shea, the Mets won and the Cubs nothing.
Will your next car give you peace of mind? Will it last a long time? Will you be able to sleep at night? Or will you worry about recalls, expensive repair bills, and lemons? Here's reassuring news. The new Plymouth you buy has a 5-year, 50,000-mile protection plan. That's protection on your Plymouth's engine and drivetrain, the most expensive parts, for 5 years or 50,000 miles, whichever comes first. Imagine that. 5 long years or 50,000 good miles. This limited warranty can help you sleep at night. So ask your reassuring Chrysler Plymouth dealer for details, including the deductible that's required. And see the 550 Peace of Mind cars. The Plymouth Reliance, Horizon, and Turismo. They're all ingenious products of the new Chrysler technology, built to give you peace of mind. for up to 5 long years at your dependable, reassuring, local Chrysler Plymouth dealer.
The Mets and the St. Louis Cardinals meet here at Shea Stadium next Tuesday night at 7:35. And following the game, author George Plimpton will host a very unique and totally different fireworks show. The first family of fireworks, the Garucci's of Belfort, New York, will present a wide variety of their famous shells, along with a pair of ground displays and their thunderous grand finale. Mr. Plimpton will describe each segment of the show and tell the fans what to look for as each shell is fired. Fireworks have become quite a tradition at Shea, and this one display you won't want to miss. Tuesday night at Shea, Whitey Herzog's Cardinals at 7:35, and fireworks by Garucci following the game.
In the second inning, Keith Moreland, the right fielder, will be leading off against Dwight Gooden. Moreland was the dominant hitter of the National League during the month of August. In August, the so-called dog days, he batted .360 and drove in 32 runs in the 1 month. Hitting .286 on the year with 75 runs batted in. Gooden's fastball, a strike call. Top of the second inning, 1-0 New York. Keith Moreland, Ron Cey, and Jody Davis, all 3 home run hitters, will bat against Dwight Gooden here in the top half of the second inning. Mookie Wilson is deep in a stride to right center. Fastball, a strike. Mookie will play almost every right-handed batter toward right center, where not many right-hand batters are quick enough to get around and pull the ball against Dwight Gooden. Fitzgerald setting the target, 2-strike delivery. Hit late and foul down the right field line. It'll go into the crowd, no play. Cubs made so many early season moves that have paid off just unbelievably well. Among the moves was trading Mel Hall to the Cleveland Indians. That paved the way for Keith Moreland to play every day in right field. Here's the windup, the 2-strike delivery. Late swing and a foul again down the right field line. He's a tough hitter to strike out. He has a fast bat, and he is a competitor. Moreland getting back into the lineup and playing every day has been quite a force for Chicago. And, of course, early in the year, they benched Billy Buckner and put Bob Dernier into the lineup along with Gary Matthews. Way outside, 1 and 2. When they benched Billy Buckner, they decided Leon Durham would be their first baseman. And later, they traded Billy Buckner to the Red Sox and got Dennis Eckersley. Another move that paid off so well for the Cubs. And their biggest move of all was when they traded to get Rick Sutcliffe. He pitches tomorrow night. The 1-2 delivery, just missed. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Keith Moreland. Sutcliffe is an amazing 13-1. He will pitch tomorrow night here at Shea against Walt Terrell. He will be a strong candidate for the Cy Young Award. Dwight Gooden definitely should be a candidate. Here's the 2-2 delivery. He struck him out. That ties the National League record. Number 3 for Dr. K. You know, in 4 of his last 5 starts, he has been in double figures. There's a whole section of fans sitting on the field box level, and they all brought along cards that have a big K on them. And when he strikes somebody out, they all jump up and hold up their K. Of course, we've had the K corner in the upper deck all year long. A couple of young Mets fans from New Jersey bring along the Ks, and every time he notches a strikeout, they hang one up. The pitch to Ron Cey, a strike call to the outside corner. The next time that Gooden strikes out a batter, he sets a new National League record, a record that has been standing since 1911, when Grover Cleveland Alexander fanned 227. Dwight Gooden way out in front in the Major League strikeout race. Now the windup, the pitch to Ron Cey, swing and a miss. It could be right now. He has a 2-strike count on the Penguin, Ron Cey, and he is trying to strike out a very hot batter. Cey is now the Cub leader with 25 home runs, 88 runs batted in. He hit over 300 in the month of August. The windup by Gooden. Here's the pitch. Too high. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1 out and nobody on. Cey is the batter. It's 1 and 2. The Cub catcher, Jody Davis, is on deck. He has 85 runs batted in. Pitching 1 and 2. Curve just missed. Oh, my. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Just missing with a curveball. Ron Cey getting out of the batter's box for a moment. We're in the second inning, 1-0 New York. Now Dwight nods in agreement with Mike Fitzgerald. He's winding. The pitch. Curve, missed again. And it just missed. Now it is 3-2. The interesting here, Shea, I'm sure, will be looking fastball. Many times we have seen Dwight Gooden throw the curveball on 3-2. Here's the pitch on the way. Fastball struck him out. That does it. With a fastball on 3-2, he fans Ron Cey. And ladies and gentlemen, this 19-year-old right-hander out of Hillsboro High in Tampa has just broken Grover Cleveland Alexander's record. He now has more strikeouts than any rookie pitcher in National League history. He is getting a standing ovation. The information is up on the diamond board. Congratulations to Dwight Gooden. A tremendous ovation for Dwight. You only hope that it doesn't unsettle him a little bit. He will tell you that helps him. The pitch to Jody Davis. Fastball over strike ball. Jody Davis is the batter, hitting at 257. 18 homers and 85 runs batted in. The Chicago Cub Ball Club has an awesome attack. Gooden side again. The pitch to Jody Davis. Fly ball hit to right field, fairly deep. Retreating Strawberry. He's camped under it, makes the catch, and that retires the Chicago Cubs. What a half inning for Dwight Gooden. He set a new National League record for strikeouts by a rookie. Nothing across at the end of an inning and a half. The Mets won and the Cubs nothing.
Let's go Mets!
1050 WHN.
Oh, no. Hello, officer. Gee, was I going too fast?
Wow.
You see, this is Mommy's car, and I...
Mommy drives a Mazzarini Turbo?
Well, you see, Mommy...
With a Super Fox Vixen 2?
Super Fox what?
That Super Fox Vixen 2 radar detector on your, Mommy's dashboard.
Gee, no wonder the garage door never opened when I pushed.
No, you don't push it, son. You turn this knob here, and... See, it's picking up my radar now.
Ooh, I like the light.
That's the LED range meter. Tells you immediately.
Oh, how close I was getting to radar.
Exactly, and the Vixen 2's audio alarm
would have told me you were hiding in those bushes.
And plenty of time for you to check your speed.
And this?
The squelch control lets you adjust the sensitivity for really long-range protection.
Gee, I wish I'd known.
I wish you'd listen to your mother.
Oh, yeah, finish all my veggies.
No, never go driving without your Fox.
What about wearing my galoshes in the rain?
Wear your galoshes.
I have to pick up my
Fox radar detectors are available at Classic Auto Sound, 813 Montauk Highway in Bayport, Long Island, and Queens Instrument, 62-17 Fresh Pond Road in Middle Village, Queens.
Members only. When you put it on, something happens. Outerwear and sportswear by members only.
The Better Auto Parts stores announce a steal of a deal, the Monroe Double Steal Sale. Buy one Monroe-Matic, America's #1 shock absorber for cars, and get the second for half price. Or get the same great deal on the Monroe Magnum 60, the big gun in van pickup and four-wheel drive shocks. Buy one, get the second for half price, a 50% savings off the manufacturer's suggested list price on the second shock. In New Jersey, see Sally's Auto Nutley, North Jersey Auto Pequannock, and North Jersey Auto Rutherford, and Denville Auto Denville. Sale while supplies last.
It did not take Dwight Gooden very long tonight to write the record. He started the game needing 3 to tie and 4 to break it. In the first inning, he fanned Ryne Sandberg and Gary Matthews. And in the second inning, tied it by striking out Keith Moreland and broke it by fanning Ron Cey. Last of the second, 1-0 New York. And George Foster will be the hitter against Dick Ruthven. Ruthven, 33 years of age. 11 Major League campaigns behind him. He was the winning pitcher on opening day for the Chicago Cubs. Then started experiencing shoulder problems. Later had to be operated on to help relieve a circulation problem in the shoulder. The pitch to Foster is over, strike one call. George hitting a solid 267, 19 home runs, 73 runs batted in. Ruthven winds, and the pitch on the way, a swing and a miss. Now Ruthven with a 2-strike count to George Foster. The Mets scored in the opening inning when Wally Backman tripled off the wall in right center. And Mookie Wilson brought him home with a sacrifice fly. 1-0 New York, last of the second. You never want to try to win a 1-0 game from the Cubs. Jody Davis providing a target, swing and a miss, struck him out. Ruthven on 3 pitches, fanning George Foster. So Ruthven has his first strikeout. And the shortstop, Hubie Brooks, coming to bat. And if you're ready for a change, you're ready for members only. Outerwear and sportswear is comfortable and easy as it is dramatically different. Get to know members only at fine stores everywhere. Here's Ruthven checking it out with Jody Davis. The pitch thrown, fouled away, no play. Hubie hitting .293 with 14 home runs and 67 runs batted in. Pitch thrown to Hubie Brooks. Breaking ball off the outside corner. Dick Ruthven 5-9 on the year with a 4.67 ERA. And a breaking ball swung on and missed 1-2. St. Louis Cardinals, a very hot ball club of the National League right now. They've won 9 of their last 10. They're only a half game behind Philadelphia. The Phillies, the defending champions of the National League East. Foul ball going out of play to the right. Tonight, the Cardinals are on the road. They're playing at Three Rivers Stadium. And Pittsburgh leads St. Louis 3-0 in the 5th inning. Jim Morrison and Jason Thompson have hit home runs for the Pirates. Now the 1-2 delivery. High foul pop. It'll go out of play behind the first base dugout. Jason Thompson hit a 2-run homer off rookie Calvin Schiraldi as the Pirates blanked the Mets last night 2-0. Montreal leading Philadelphia 4-1 at the end of 5 in Montreal. Andre Dawson and Jim Walford have homered. Ground ball hit down to third, fielded by Ron Cey, and his throw to Leon Durham gets Hubie by a stride. 2 outs and nobody on, last of the second. Ray Knight will come up. In the National League later tonight, Houston will be at San Diego. The Reds are at Dodger Stadium and the Braves in San Francisco. In Boston at Fenway, the Yankees and Red Sox no score at the end of 4. Ray Fontenot and Bobby Ojeda. Cleveland just got 9 runs in the 5th inning. The Indians lead Oakland 13-0 at the end of 5. That were a fight that would stop it. Pitch to Ray Knight is a strike call to the outside corner. Toronto leading Detroit 4-0 at the end of 4. That'll make things a little more interesting. Milwaukee got 4 in the 2nd inning at Baltimore for a 4-0 lead. California leading Chicago 1-0 after 1 inning. Just low and outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Seattle at Kansas City and Texas at Minnesota. The out-of-town scoreboard is brought to you by People Express, the airline where low prices and frequent flights make it easy to get out of town. And a breaking ball in the corner for a strike call. 2 outs and nobody on. 1-0 New York, last of the 2nd. Dick Ruthven serving up a lot of slow breaking stuff. Fastball swung and missed. He struck him out. Very good inning for Dick Ruthven. He put those pitches just where he wanted them. Nothing across at the end of 2 innings. The Mets won and the Cubs nothing.
People Express Airlines offers frequent flights at unrestricted low prices. People Express helps more fans root for their home teams where they need it the most, on the road. People Express now flies to Chicago for $59 off-peak and $79 peak, and there are no restrictions. Also, for only $27 off-peak and $40 peak, you can root in cities like Boston, Washington, Baltimore, and more. People Express. Their frequent flights and low prices make it easy to take the home crowd on the road.
Has this ever happened to you? You're cruising along on a near-empty tank when you see a gas station ahead with a big sign featuring an invitingly low price per gallon. So you pull up to the pump, and that's when you learn that the price on the sign was for leaded gasoline. The unleaded your car needs costs a lot more. But what the heck, you're at the pump already, so you fill up and pay up. Now, there are 2 ways to avoid that costly situation. 1, watch out for the small print on those gas station signs. Or forget the small print altogether and look for the big print that says Getty. At Getty, we sell unleaded gasoline only, premium and regular, and we sell them for less than most other major unleadeds. So if you really want more miles for your money, you don't have to be an expert in sign language. You just have to say, fill her up with Getty Unleaded.
People Express Airlines offers frequent flights at unrestricted low prices. People Express now flies to Chicago for $59 off-peak and $79 peak, and there are no restrictions. Also, for only $27 off-peak and $40 peak, you can root in cities like Boston, Washington, Baltimore, and more. People Express. Their frequent flights and low prices make it easy to take the home crowd on the road. People Express. Their frequent flights and low prices make it easy to take the home crowd on the road.
waiting for Larry Bowa. A quick pause for station identification on the New York Mets Baseball Network.
Hi, this is Hubie Brooks, reminding you to listen for the WHN secret song for Mets fans only. Later in today's game on WHN New York.
Well, the fun is right here at Shea Stadium with this big weekend series. Third inning now, New York with a 1-0 lead. Larry Bowa comes up at the top of the third. And coming up to follow the action for you, Steve Lamar.
Larry Bowa brings a batting average of .215 to home plate. No homers and 16 runs batted in. He, of course, will bat left-handed against Dwight Gooden. Ray Knight is up on the grass. Here's the pitch to Bowa, and it is swung on and popped up. Right near home plate. Ray Knight comes down and makes the catch in foul territory on the first base side of the plate. Nearly stumbled over the bat left by Bowa, but Ray stepped over it, made the catch in foul ground, and there's one away.
Boy, I was worried for a moment that Hernandez and Ray Knight were going to collide. Keith heard him at the last moment. On a night like this, with so many people at Shea Stadium, it's very hard for the players to hear a call out on that field.
It is hard to hear. And as that pitch was being delivered, Bobby Valentine was up out of the dugout trying to get the attention of Darryl Strawberry in right field to move him over more toward right center. Here's the pitcher, Ruthven. Swings at the first pitch and fouls it away. 1 strike. One nothing New York. Mets scored in the first inning. Wally Backman led it off with a triple off the base of the wall in right center. Scored on a sacrifice fly by Mookie Wilson. Here's the pitch. High and inside to Ruthven. A ball and a strike. Cubs are 7 games ahead of the New York Mets with 22 to play. 6 of those games, including this one, will involve the Mets and the Cubs. 3 here in New York, 3 in Chicago next weekend. Swing and a miss by Ruthven. And the count is a ball and 2 strikes. On deck is the leadoff hitter, center fielder Bob Dernier. Fans hoping for a strikeout here. The pitch. They got it. Curveball for a called strike 3, and Gooden has 5 strikeouts now. 229 for the year. The major league record for a rookie, 245 strikeouts by Herb Score in 1955. Gooden now at 229. So he is 16 away. Bob Dernier, the batter, he walked and stole second in the first inning, but was stranded. Gooden's pitch is a fastball, pop foul out of play off first base. 1 strike. Last time we saw the Cubs, Bob Dernier was hitting over 320. His average now is 284, so he's lost 38 points on his batting average in the last 28 games, but he is still having a very, very good season. Here's the pitch. Bluffs a bunt, takes a strike, and it's 0-2. Dernier, coming into this season, was a lifetime 249 hitter. And he has really given the Cubs excellent defense in center field. That's what they needed. 2-strike pitch. Curve low. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Since the All-Star break, the Cubs are 18 games over 500. They were 12 over 500 before the All-Star break. 1-2 pitch by Gooden on the way, and it is swung on and popped foul. This will be out of play behind the plate. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Bob Dernier. Nobody on, 2 men out in the top of the third. Cubs have had 1 base runner off Gooden. That was Dernier, who walked in the first inning. 1-2, the count and the pitch. That one just missed away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Cubs started this road trip by winning 3 out of 4 in Atlanta. They swept the 2-game series at Philadelphia. They split 2 in Montreal. 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Fastball got Dernier. Gooden has 6 strikeouts in 3 innings. No runs, no hits, nobody left. After 2 1/2, the Mets won and the Cubs nothing.
It's time for the Budweiser
WHN Secret Song.
It's Don't It Make My Brown Eyes Blue by Crystal Gale. Be the 50th caller at 212-955-9WHN Monday morning between 7:30 and 7:45. Identify that song when you hear it, and you'll win 4 choice reserve seats to the Mets Expos game September the 21st, plus dinner in the Diamond Club from the radio home of the New York Mets, 1050 WHN.
Members only outerwear and sportswear for a look and feeling that's all your own. Members only.
Pink Channel. Pink Channel.
Hi, Dr. Wally here for Channel Home Centers. Say, get your home into shape starting from the ground up. If you've noticed cracks or holes in your patio, sidewalk, or driveway, fix them up now before they cause you a bigger problem in the future. One of the best ways to save time and money is with Quickcrete mixes from Channel. Like Quickcrete Concrete Mix. It's pre-mixed gravel, sand, and Portland cement that's a perfect base for walks and patios. And right now, a 60-pound bag of Quickcrete Concrete Mix is only $1.66 a Channel. And for blacktop repairs, try Quickcrete Blacktop Mix. It's easy to use. Just pour the asphalt mixture directly out of the bag onto the trouble spots. Right now, a 60-pound bag of Quickcrete Blacktop Mix is just $2.99. So why pay more when you can get it for less at Channel?
Pink Channel. Pink Channel. You'll find what you need and you'll find it on that Pink Channel.
Last of the third inning, Mike Fitzgerald batting against veteran right-hander Dick Ruthven. Ruthven has won his last 2 starts, beating the Cincinnati Reds and the Atlanta Braves. He has won 5. He has lost 9 this year. Lifetime, he has 118 Major League victories. Pitch to Fitzgerald, taken for a strike. Bob Dernier, the center fielder, moves toward right center for Fitzgerald, a right-handed hitter. One strike to count. Here's the pitch by Ruthven. And it dips down low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Mike Fitzgerald hitting at .241. 2 home runs, 31 runs batted in. They give Mike all of the left field line. Planning to hit the ball the other way. Ruthven delivers high, 2-1.
One thing about hitting against Dick Ruthven, you can't guess with him. He comes at you changing speed so effectively. A lot of slow breaking pitches, but he'll kind of set that fastball up and throw it as a changeup.
Yeah, he really mixes it up. Pitch, a ground ball hit up the middle. Boa has to kick off his glove and roll out into left center field, and Fitzgerald is on. Ball was sharply hit by Fitzgerald on the ground up the middle. So the Mets have their leadoff man on base in the last of the third inning. And the batter will be Dwight Gooden. Cubs will look for Gooden to lay down a bunt. Fitzgerald has singled to begin the inning. Gooden waiting at the plate. Shea coming in from third. Gooden around the bunt, lays it down first base side. Durham will pick it up. He'll tag out Gooden. And Dwight has gotten the job done. He moves Fitzgerald into scoring position. First baseman unassisted on the sacrifice bunt.
Stepping up.
Dwight has really been able to help himself very well this year by bunting effectively.
He's a real good athlete. He can do just about anything. If he weren't pitching, you get the feeling he'd be a position player. Actually, Robin Roberts at the University of South Florida wanted him not only to pitch, but to play third base.
Here's Wally Backman. The pitch. And a big change is up high, ball 1, as Wally ran up on it. Shea is on the grass at third. Dernier in center and Matthews in left are rather shallow. Matthews not playing near the line, as most clubs play Backman in left field. Ruthven ready. Looks back at Fitzgerald at second. Here's the pitch. And this one misses to Backman. High. 2 balls and no strikes. Wally hit a long triple to lead off in the bottom of the first inning. Hit it to deep right center. And he scored on a sacrifice fly by Wilson. 2-0 the count. Fitzgerald at second. And the pitch on the way. taken for a strike by Backman, so it's 2-1. Rick Sutcliffe with a record of 13-1 will pitch tomorrow night. He has won 11 in a row. Only game he lost as a Cub was on June the 29th to the Dodgers. 2-1 the count and the pitch. Low. Ruthven goes to 3-1 on Backman with Mookie Wilson waiting in the on-deck circle. Wally's triple broke an 0 for 15 slump for him. 3 balls and a strike. Fitzgerald at second and 1 out. Ruthven has his sign and delivers. It is fouled away down the left field line and into the crowd. It is a full count now as Backman bats against Dick Ruthven. 3-2 the count. Ruthven's pitch. Change high, ball 4. So Wally has drawn a walk. 2 men are on, and Mookie Wilson is coming up. Jody Davis goes to the mound, and Larry Bowa will come over also. Fans, this bun's for you. So wherever you're going to be tonight, take the game along and plenty of ice-cold Budweiser. That was Ruthven's first walk. 2 men on, 1 out. Mookie Wilson is up there. He had the run batted in the first inning on a scoring fly ball to get Backman across the plate. Dick Ruthven comes set. Here's his pitch. Change away from Mookie. 1 ball and no strikes. Rick Sutcliffe pitches tomorrow night. Walt Terrell will go for the Mets. Sunday, Scott Sanderson and Ron Darling. 1-0. Mookie waits. The pitch on the way. Strike called at the knees. 1 ball and 1 strike. Fitzgerald is at second base. He singled to lead off the inning. Went to second on a sacrifice by Gooden. Backman is at first. He walked. The pitch. Liner toward left center field. This is going to be a base hit. Here comes Fitzgerald. He will score. Backman to third. Mookie to second. The throw there gets away from Sandberg. Here comes Backman to score. 3-0. The Mets lead the Cubs. Mookie with a line drive into left center field for a base hit to score Fitzgerald. The throw by Gary Matthews came in on a hop, glanced off the glove of Ryne Sandberg. Backman had gone to third on the play, and when the ball got away, he came in to score.
They will have to score that, a 2-base hit for Mookie. He was going to second all the way. Matthews tried to throw him out and could not do it. There will be an error on the play because Wally Backman was able to come in and score when the throw got away at second base.
Now Jim Fry is on his way out.
Mookie will get 1 RBI, and the third run will cross on an error, and they're going to charge the second baseman, Ryne Sandberg, with the error.
That's a story.
I'll say it's a story. What does he have, 61 consecutive games without an error?
And he had made only 4 errors all season long. That's his 5th. It's 3-0 New York as the Mets have scored twice in the last of the third inning.
And they charged the error on Ryne Sandberg. I'd like to see another replay on that. As far as the throw from the left fielder Gary Matthews, whether it should have been on the throw or on the second baseman Ryne Sandberg. There was a lot going on in a hurry. Mookie was sliding into second base. The throw was coming in.
Cubs have activity in their bullpen. Fry has gone back to the dugout. Here's Keith Hernandez. And he had called time, so Ruthven delivered to the plate. He was into his motion. Delivered to the plate, but there's no pitch. Time had been called. Ruthven had taken a long time, so Keith asked for and was granted time by the plate umpire, Frank Bully.
It is a double for Mookie. The error is on Sandberg.
Ruthven's pitch to Hernandez taken for a strike. So Mookie has driven in 2 runs in the ball game with the first inning sacrifice fly and now the double here in the third. The last run scored on the error by Sandberg. 1 strike to Hernandez. Mookie leads at second with 1 out. Ruthven delivers. In tight on Hernandez, a ball and a strike. When this series ends Sunday, the Cubs will play 13 of their last 19 games at home at Wrigley Field. Pitch, change, and a good one over for a strike. It's 1-2. At home, the Cubs are 22 games over 500 and have won 13 of their last 15 games at Wrigley Field. They have the best home record in the National League. On the road, they're 8 games over 500. 1-2 pitch to Hernandez. Swung on and looped foul off of third base. It will drop untouched. Shea was chasing it, but could not get to it. Count still, a ball and 2 strikes as Hernandez bats against Dick Ruthven. There has been a single, a double, a walk, sacrifice bunt, and an error in the inning. Mets have scored twice and lead Chicago 3-0. Ruthven checking with Jody Davis.
Jimmy Fry has Warren Brewster getting ready in the bullpen.
Ruthven looks back at Mookie. The pitch. High. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hernandez lined out to Dernier in left center in the first inning. He's the number 4 hitter in the league at .317. Tony Gwynn leads the league. He has a big lead over Ryne Sandberg, who is second in hitting, and Terry Poole, who is third. Hernandez 4th in the league. Mookie at second, 1 out. The count 2-2 to Keith Hernandez. Now Ruthven is ready. Checks the runner and delivers. This is high to Hernandez. 3-2. Sandberg at second base plays out on the outfield grass for Hernandez. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Swung on and popped foul off of third base. Shea will give it a chase, but he'll run out of room. Jumped up on the tarp, which is rolled up along the railing off third base. The ball was back into the crowd. The count 3-2 to Hernandez. Nothing New York, bottom of the third inning. Hernandez trying to pick up Mookie. 1 out. Wilson is at second. Now Hernandez backing out as a plane goes over Shea Stadium. Now Keith moves back into the batter's box. Ruthven looks into Jody Davis and is set. The pitch. Swung on, hit in the air to right field. Shallow. In comes Moreland. Loses the cap, but he makes the catch. And Mookie goes back to second. Hernandez out on a fly ball to right. That brings Strawberry to the plate with 2 men out. Darryl fly to Dernier in deep left center field, his first time at bat. Cubs will put Strawberry on base to get rid of the left-handed hitter, and they'll pitch to George Foster. Foster was struck out on 3 pitches by Ruthven, his first time at the plate. So the intentional walk will go to Strawberry. That will put Darryl at first with Mookie at second and bring Foster up. Cubs and the Mets beginning a 3-game series at Shea with a night game tomorrow night and a day game Sunday. Mets then have the Cardinals come in for Monday and Tuesday night, and the Pirates Wednesday night and Thursday afternoon, and then the New York Mets will be at Wrigley Field for 3 games next weekend. All right, Foster will be the batter here with 2 on and 2 out. The Mets trying to add to a 3-0 lead in the third inning. Dick Ruthven checking with Jody Davis, picks up the sign and comes set. The right-hander with a pitch. Foster hits a long drive to deep left center field. It is deep. It is gone. Foster, home run number 20 with Wilson and Strawberry aboard, and the Mets lead the Cubs 6-0.
Well, they want George to come out for a curtain call. Beautiful home run to watch. As they say in the dugout, he got every bit of that one. Into the picnic pavilion in deep left center.
Foster's 20th home run of the year. Here's Hubie Brooks. And the pitch. Taken at the letters for a strike. It's no balls and 1 strike to Hubie Brooks. George Foster with a long 3-run homer. 5 runs have scored in the inning. And the pitch. Breaking ball for a strike, and it's 0-2. Now the windup of the pitch. This one misses to Hubie. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody on. 2 men out. 5 runs in. The pitch by Ruthven. Fouled away at the plate. Hubie fouled that one off for his foot or ankle. And he is hopping around and now trying to walk it off. Hubie walks all the way over to the yard deck circle and all the way over to the front of the dugout.
His ankle is really hurting right now.
He's in pain. Steve Garland comes out.
By the way, Rafael Santana is due to come off the disabled list on Sunday. Ron Gardenhire is due to come off the disabled list on Monday. I have not asked Davey Johnson, but if I had to guess, I believe they'll continue to go along with Hubie Brooks at shortstop. This might be the lineup of the future. And Hubie likes playing shortstop. He's enjoying it.
And he's done a good job there.
Done a very good job. He said when he went over there, he didn't have too many doubts about being able to play it. He had been there before in high school and in college. But he did wonder about making the double play. And he still doesn't feel totally confident with that, but he's doing a very good job with it.
Well, Hubie apparently feels a little bit better, and he's making his way back up to home plate. The Mets off to a 6-0 lead over the Chicago Cubs, last of the third inning at Shea. Now a beach ball comes out on the field, so it'll be picked up. And Hubie moves out of the batter's box. Now he's ready to go. 1-2 the count. Ruthven getting his side. Now winds and delivers. This is off the outside corner, and it's 2-2. Ruthven ready, and the pitch. Way inside. 3-2.
That was a breaking ball. He certainly was not throwing at Hubie Brooks.
Ruthven ready, rocks back. Here's his pitch. Low, ball 4. So Ruthven has walked 3 in the inning. One of the walks was intentional. Hubie goes to first, and here comes Ray Knight. That's a batted around in the inning. Knight is the ninth man to come up in the third. Here comes Jim Fry. So that will be all for Dick Ruthven. Warren Brewster had been warming up in the bullpen. And Fry makes his second trip out and will bring Dick Ruthven off the field with him. Ruthven leaves after pitching 2 2/3. He gives up 4 hits, 6 runs, walked 3, struck out 2, and there's a man on base as he leaves. So as the Cubs make the pitching change, Bob Murphy has a chance to check the scoreboard.
In the National League tonight at Olympic Stadium in Montreal. Montreal leading Philadelphia 6-1 at the end of 6 innings. Bren Smith pitching for the Expos. In that ball game, Andre Dawson has hit 2 home runs and knocked 4 runs in. Jim Walford has hit 2 home runs, both with the bases empty. Shane Raleigh still in the game for Philadelphia. The Phillies right now 11.5 games back. It is about all over for the defending champions. So Montreal leading Philadelphia 6-1 at the end of 6. At Pittsburgh, the Pirates lead St. Louis 4-0 at the end of 5. St. Louis on a very hot roll, and they've been pulling games out of the late innings. Jim Morrison and Jason Thompson have both homered for Pittsburgh. Neil Allen is on in relief of Ricky Horton. John Tudor, a left-hander, pitching for the Pirates. Later tonight, Houston will be at San Diego, Cincinnati at Los Angeles, Atlanta playing at San Francisco. In the American League at the end of 5 at Fenway Park, a mound duel going. Ray Fontenot against Bob Ojeda. No score at the end of 5. Cleveland 13, Oakland nothing at the end of 6. Bert Blyleven looking for his 16th. Getting all the support he could ever hope for tonight. Big game tonight in Toronto, and the Blue Jays lead Detroit 4-0 after 4.5 innings. Doyle Alexander, 13-5, pitching for the Blue Jays, and 16-game winner Dan Petrie for Detroit. At Baltimore, Milwaukee scored 4 in the second inning. Baltimore came right back to score 4. 4-4 at the end of 2. A 2-run homer by Rick Dempsey. California won, Chicago nothing after 1 inning. Zahn and Burns. Seattle got a run in the first at Kansas City. Bud Black pitching for the Royals. Texas won, Minnesota nothing at the end of 1 inning. Those games will be interesting to follow a little later on. And the out-of-town scoreboard is brought to you by People Express, the airline where low prices and frequent flights make it easy to get out of town. Brewster is ready, and so is Steve Lamar.
For 32-year-old Warren Brewster, this is appearance number 34. He's 1-1 with 3 saves and a 3.46 earned run average. Veteran right-hander with a pitch to Ray Knight, and it's hit in the air to center field. Dernier going back, has it lined up, and he makes the catch, and the inning's over. So it takes Brewster just 1 pitch to get out of the inning. The Mets bat around. They score 5 runs, 3 hits, 1 error in the inning by the Cubs, and that was by Sandberg, who hadn't made one in 61 ball games, and there was 1 man left on base. At the end of 3 in New York, the Mets 6 and the Cubs nothing.
People who are looking at new midsize cars today need help. There are new models everywhere, untried, unproven. How good are they? How long will they last? Do you pay your money and take your chances? Consider this. With the new Chrysler LeBaron series, you pay your good money for mid-sized luxury, and you get good protection. Chrysler's 5-year, 50,000-mile protection plan for buyers. It covers engine, drivetrain, and outer body rust-through. Imagine protection that's good for 5 long years or 50,000 good miles, whichever comes first. Ask your Chrysler Plymouth dealer about details of this limited warranty and the deductible that's required. And while you're at it, ask a Ford or GM dealer to match that protection on his mid-size cars. He may tell you his cars are so good that they don't need that kind of protection. Well, ask him to put that in writing. This helpful advice comes from your local Chrysler Plymouth dealers, where they do put it in writing. For 5 long years or 50,000 good miles.
When this weekend series with the Cubs is over, Whitey Herzog brings the St. Louis Cardinals into New York. That'll be a 2-game series, Monday night and Tuesday night. Remember the Tuesday night, that's September 11th. The well-known author George Plimpton will host a fireworks display right after the ball game. Quite different, I believe, than other fireworks shows. It'll be staged by Fireworks by Garucci. The Pirates close out this 7-game homestand with a night game on Wednesday and a Senior Citizens Day game Thursday afternoon. So that's 4 games next week at Shea. St. Louis Monday night and Tuesday night, Pittsburgh Wednesday night and Thursday afternoon. And we pause for station identification on the New York Mets Baseball Network.
Hi, this is Ron Gardenhire reminding you to listen for the WHN Secret Song for Mets fans only later in today's game on WHN New York.
Steve Lamar, Dwight Gooden sat in the dugout for quite a while the Mets were scoring 4 runs. He's delighted, obviously, to have the 5 runs. I hope it didn't cool his arm off.
Well, we'll see if it had any effect. 3 tough hitters coming up in the 4th. Ryne Sandberg, Gary Matthews, and Leon Durham. Gooden's first pitch is a fastball, and it's low and outside to Ryne Sandberg. Gooden caught Sandberg looking in the first inning. Dwight has struck out 6 through the first 3. The 1-0 pitch. Fastball fouled straight back. 1 ball and 1 strike. Sandberg hitting at .321. If you go back to July the 22nd, the Cubs have played 43 games. Sandberg's been held hitless in only 5 of them. What a year he has had. 74 runs batted in. The pitch. Swung on and missed it. A good fastball. 1-2. Nobody on, nobody out. Cubs hitting in the 4th inning. Mets leading 6-0 after New York scored 5 in the 3rd. 3 of them on a home run by George Foster. The pitch. Strike 3 call. Gooden got it over on the outside corner. Sandberg called out for the 2nd time, and now Gooden with 7 strikeouts. The batter is Gary Matthews, who struck out his first time up. Here's the pitch. It is high. Ball 1, 1-0. Matthews, after having his worst major league season last year, has had a very solid year this season. Pitch. Pop foul and out of play. First base side. It goes into the crowd. A very large crowd at Shea Stadium for the first game of this Mets-Cubs series. Gary Matthews batting .295, but he has hit over .400 against Mets pitching this season. 1-1 pitch on the way. Lifted in the air to shallow right center. Mookie calling all the way. And he's got it. Out number 2. Matthews flies to center. And the batter will be Leon Durham. Members only. For a look and feel that's all your own, look for the bold styles, colors, and fabric combinations that have everyone asking for members only outerwear and sportswear. Leon Durham grounded out in the first inning, batting at .286. Gooden winds and delivers. It is down low, ball 1. Dwight making his 5th start against the Cubs. He's 2-2, with the 2 wins coming at Shea Stadium and the 2 losses at Wrigley Field. 1-0 pitch. Way up high and over the glove of Fitzgerald and back to the screen. 2 balls and no strikes. Cubs have had 1 base runner. That was the very first batter in the ball game. Gooden walked Bob Dernier. He stole second. But Gooden, after the walk, struck out Sandberg and Matthews and got Durham on a ground ball. He has retired the last 11 hitters. The windup in the 2-0 pitch. Fastball hit on the ground to Hernandez. Tricky hop, but he's got it. Goes to the bag, and the inning's over. Durham hit it hard. Hernandez made the play. No runs, no hits, nobody left. Middle of the 4th inning. The Mets 6. The Chicago Cubs nothing.
1050 WHN. Spend a little time in our country.
Hey, keep your wheels in motion. You can't run from love if I keep on rolling with the flow.
1050 WHN. You'll love our country.
Members only. Outerwear that fits every move you make. A feeling you won't find anywhere else.
Make today count with New York's numbers.
Bow, 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 bow.
You can wait 1,000 times a day. York's numbers make today count. It feels so good to do. A little light could shine on you. Make today count with New York's numbers. Make today count. It's just like a fine romance. Makes you want to take a chance. It's as easy as a 1, 2, 3. Winning number once you come to me. 1,000 times a day. Oh, little walks away. New York's numbers make today count.
Brought to you by the New York State Lottery, where you can make today count for you.
As we head to the last of the fourth inning, the Mets 6 runs, 4 hits. The Cubs no runs, no hits, 1 error.
Boy, that camera shot that they have of the full moon up on Diamond Vision. If our astronauts were there, you could almost see them. Yeah, what a shot that is.
Mike Fitzgerald.
A real close-up of the moon. How do you do that?
With a camera.
Very powerful one.
Big lens.
Mike Fitzgerald leads off in the last of the fourth. He led off in the last of the third, got a base hit, and started the Mets on a 5-run inning. Warren Brewster with a pitch, a fastball low, ball 1. Mets got 5 runs, 3 hits. There were 2 walks. Actually, 3 walks in that third inning, and an error. 6-0 New York, and the pitch hit on the ground towards Shea. Bad hop, but he makes the play and throws low. It's scooped out by Durham for the out. So Fitzgerald is grounded out to Ron Cey at third base. Here's Dwight Gooden. He sacrificed in that third inning. Dwight has laid down 9 sacrifice bunts this year. So he's helped himself in that respect also. Here is Warren Brewster looking in. He winds and delivers. And Gooden trying to bunt for a base hit. Didn't get it. Brewster came to the Cubs prior to last season in that big trade between the Cubs and the White Sox. Steve Trout also came in that trade. Pitch is low and away to Gooden. 1 ball and 1 strike. Brewster looking into Jody Davis. He's ready. The 1-1 pitch is low to Gooden. 2-1. In that trade, Dick Tidrow, Randy Martz, Pat Tabler, and Scott Fletcher went from the Cubs to the White Sox. 2-1 pitch. Swing and a blooper down the right field line. It goes foul and drops untouched. So it is 2-2. And Gooden broke the bat, so he's making his way over to the dugout to get another one.
Warren Brewster, another of the alumni of the team they call the Phillies East. Sometimes they refer to the Cubs as the Phillies West. Those two teams have traded so many players. And based on performance this year, you have to believe the Cubs have been the smartest traders.
Doesn't look like it. Dernier and Matthews have made such a difference for the Cubs this year. The trade engineered in spring training. Swing and a ground ball foul at the plate by Gooden. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
And when they sent Ivan De Jesus to the Phillies and got Larry Bowa, they insisted that Ryne Sandberg be included in that trade. That has to be one of the best trades in the history of the game.
What a wise move that was. Of course, Dallas Green knew about Sandberg, knew that he was likely to become a very good player. Maybe not this good. Ground ball hit toward the hole, and Gooden has a base hit to right field. Right, a ground single to right, out of the reach of Ryne Sandberg. That is his 9th base hit of the year. 1 on, 1 out. Wally Backman coming up. Tripled and scored in the first inning. Walked and scored in the third. Rick Sutcliffe with a record of 13-1 will pitch tomorrow night for the Cubs. Speaking of outstanding trades, the Sutcliffe trade. Wow. 13 wins and 1 loss as a member of the Chicago Cubs. Here's the pitch by Brewster, and it's high to Backman, ball 1.
Well, obviously, it's a great trade for the Cubs right now. And in years to come, it might turn out to be a good trade for Cleveland. They picked up the 2 young outfielders, Mel Hall and Joe Carter. Cleveland was not going anyplace, so they were ready to trade for young people on the way up.
The pitch by Brewster misses low. 2 balls and no strikes. And this is also Sutcliffe's walk year, is it not?
Yes, it would be. I think the Cubs are already negotiating with his agent.
Ready is Brewster. 2-0 the count. The pitch on the way. That one misses to Backman. 3-0. Well, Sutcliffe is 13-1. Dennis Eckersley, who came in the Buckner trade, is 8-7. Sutcliffe has won 11 in a row. Eckersley has won 5 out of 6 of late. Pitch to Backman high, ball 4. So 2 men are on for Mookie Wilson. Gooden goes to second. That is the first walk by Brewster. You take Sutcliffe and Eckersley. In their last 17 decisions with the Cubs, they won 16 of them. And overall, Sutcliffe and Eckersley are 21-8 for Chicago. Here is Mookie. He had a sacrifice fly and a run batted in the first inning, a double and a run batted in, and scored a run in the third. Mookie down with 43 RBIs, 2 tonight. 2 men on, 1 out. Brewster's pitch, a breaking ball, swung on and missed. Dick Ruthven left the game after pitching 2 2/3 innings. The right-hander gave up 6 runs, 4 hits. One of the hits, a 3-run homer by George Foster. 1 strike pitch. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Very big crowd for the first game of this series between the Mets and the Cubs. The Mets have drawn 1,566,000 this year at Shea Stadium, their highest home attendance year since 1975. Ground ball hit to the right side, base hit into right field. Valentine waves in, Dwight Gooden. Here's the throw to the plate by Moreland. It is not in time. The Mets lead the Cubs 7-0. Mookie Wilson has 3 RBIs tonight. A ground ball single into right field to score Gooden and to send Wally Backman to third.
Funny thing with Hubie Brooks, we visited on the pregame show tonight, and Hubie was saying 2 things we really need to do. Number 1, obviously, we need to win, but we need to win impressively. Let them know that we can bounce back from adversity.
Well, it's 7-0. Only the 4th inning. Runners at first and third. The Mets have scored off reliever Warren Brewster here in the 4th inning, and Hernandez is batting with 1 out. Brewster is set. Here's his pitch. Foul away off third and back into the crowd. No balls and a strike to Hernandez. He has lined hard to center and gone out on a lazy fly ball to right. So Keith is 0 for 2, came into the game hitting .317, and he's 4th in the National League in runs batted in. The 1 strike pitch. Mookie goes, and it's fouled back. Mookie on the run from first base. Hernandez fouled the pitch back.
He just lost his 43rd stolen base. He had a great jump.
So Mookie makes his way back to first. Wally Backman is the runner at third, 1 man out.
Hernandez had to swing at the pitch because otherwise he would have been at a 2-strike disadvantage. He is anyhow, but at least he fouled it off.
Now Brewster ready. The pitch. This is high to Hernandez. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 to Keith Hernandez. Mets scored a run in the first, 5 in the 3rd inning, and now a run in the 4th. 7-0 New York over the Chicago Cubs. Brewster has his sign. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Mookie going. Swung on. Ground ball to first. Nice pick by Durham. He throws to the plate. And they have Backman in a rundown. Throw to Davis. To Shea. He runs him back toward the plate. Throw to Brewster. He runs him back toward third. Throw to Bowa. He runs him toward the plate and tags out Wally Backman. Well, he stayed in that hot box long enough to get Mookie to third and Hernandez all the way to second base. Score at 3-2-5-1-6. Durham to Davis to Shea to Brewster to Larry Bowa. Mookie is at third. Hernandez at second. Keith on the fielder's choice. That was a hot ground ball and a tricky hop for Durham to play, but he made it beautifully. Wally was coming home from third, and Durham threw to Davis, and they got him in the rundown. They're going to put Strawberry on again. First base open. Now, they did this last inning. They walked Strawberry intentionally with Dick Ruthven on the mound to get to George Foster, and Foster hit one out of the ballpark. That was a 3-run homer for Foster, his 20th home run of the year.
It shows you the kind of respect Jimmy Fry has for Darryl Strawberry. Jimmy Fry helped Strawberry so much last year when he first came up. Jimmy, of course, was the hitting instructor for the Mets last year and the year before. And Darryl Strawberry himself will tell you how much Jimmy Fry meant to him and how much he helped him. It is also the percentage thing to do.
Now many of the fans here at Shea on their feet as Foster comes to the plate with the bases loaded. He turned the strategy right around last inning after the intentional walk to Strawberry. He homered with Darryl and Mookie Wilson on base. Foster now with 76 runs batted in. Mets leading 7-0 and trying to get more with the bases loaded and 2 out in the bottom of the 4th against the Cubs. Reliever Warren Brewster out of the stretch delivered. It is high and inside to Foster. 1 ball and no strikes. Mookie is at third. Hernandez at second. Strawberry at first. Foster at the plate. 2 out. George moving the dirt around in the batter's box. Now planting that back foot. Waves the bat in the air. Taps it on the plate. And says, let's go. 1 ball and no strikes. Brewster is ready. Here's the pitch. Inside. 2-0. Brewster behind Foster, 2-0 with the bases loaded. Foster moved out of the batter's box again. Now he settles back in there. Brewster comes to the belt. Here's his 2-0 pitch. Swung on and fouled away down the first base line. 2-1 the count to Foster. Mets were retired in the second inning by Dick Ruthven, 1-2-3, as he got Foster, Brooks, and Knight. That's the only inning in which the Mets have not scored tonight. They lead the Cubs 7-0. Foster, tired of waiting for Brewster, asks for timeout. Moves back and then steps right back in. Now, as Brewster looks in for the sign, Foster steps back again. Bases loaded with 2 out in the 4th. The count is 2-1 to George Foster. And now, as Foster moves out again, the plate umpire, Frank Foley, comes up and has a word with him. And Brewster walks down off the mound into the infield grass between the mound and second base. Rubs up the ball, tugs on the cap.
Foley's the first plate umpire I have seen do that. After all, I think a hitter has the right to get set in the batter's box. George has that very deliberate hitting style.
Well, they're all ready now. 2 balls and a strike in the pitch. Pop foul and out of play back of the plate. So it's 2-2. Mookie is at third. He has driven in 3 runs tonight. Hernandez is at second. Strawberry, who's been walked intentionally twice, is at first. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Foster waits. Here's the pitch. A high fly ball hit to left. It's playable for Gary Matthews. He's under it, and he makes the catch to end the inning. In the 4th, the Mets score another run. 2 base hits in the inning. 3 men were left on base. At the end of 4, the Mets 7, the Cubs nothing.
This bud's for you. There's no one else who does it quite the way you do. So here's to you. You know it isn't only what you say, it's what you do.
Dwight Gooden with a big lead to work with as we go to the 5th inning, and Bob Murphy.
Manager Davy Johnson came out and had a conversation with Frank Pulley. As we mentioned earlier, it's the first time I've seen a plate umpire talk to Foster about his hitting style, about being so deliberate. And Davy Johnson did not like having the plate umpire talk to his hitter. He probably went out and said, "Why don't you leave my hitters alone?" Inning 5 now at Shea, 7-0 New York. And Keith Moreland, the Cub right fielder, will bat against Dwight Gooden. Dwight has walked 1 and struck out 7. When he notched his 4th strikeout when he got Ron Cey in the 2nd inning. He set a new National League record for strikeouts by a rookie. Here's the pitch on the way. It's over, strike 1 call. This is the opening game of 3. Mets getting away impressively, leading 7-0. We're in the top of the 5th inning. Let's have the infield spread out against Moreland. Mookie playing rather deep and toward right center field. Fastball, a strike call. And very quickly, Dwight Gooden has a 2-strike count on hard-hitting Keith Moreland. Moreland has been very tough on the Mets since he came into the National League. Curve, low outside, 1-2. His career batting average against New York is .355. He was the dominant hitter in the National League in the month of August when he hit 360, and in 1 month had 32 runs batted in. He's a tough hitter. The 1-2 delivery, curve into the ground down to third, grabbed by Ray Knight, no play. That, I believe, will go as an infield hit, and it will be the first hit of the game off Dwight Gooden. He went after a curveball. He bounced one very slowly toward third. By the time Knight snagged the ball near the bag, he elected not to make a throw. It will be scored as a base hit. So Moreland, leading off, has reached on an infield hit. And that is the first hit off Dwight Gooden. It brings up Ron Cey. The Penguin was struck out in the 2nd. That was the strikeout that enabled Dwight to write a new record. Nobody out, a runner on first. We're in the top of the 5th inning. Beautiful autumn-type evening, although it's very early September. Let's have the infield looking for 2. And it's inside at the knees. 1 ball and no strikes to Ron Cey. Ron Cey hit over 300 in August. Now is the Cub leader at home runs with 25. His best year with the Dodgers, he hit 30. Cey, as you know, is the all-time Los Angeles Dodger home run hitter. The 1-0 delivery, fastball, a strike call, 1-1. Here tonight, Dwight Gooden is trying to win his 6th in a row. Dwight has won his last 5, and in winning 5 in a row, his ERA for the 5 ball games has been 1.50. Now Gooden working from the stretch. The pitch to Cey, too high. 2 balls and a strike. And in 4 of his last 5 ball games, Dwight has been in double figures in strikeouts. If he goes double figures here tonight, he ties still another record. Most games with 10 or more strikeouts for a New York Met. Tom Seaver had 13 in 1 year. Dwight would get his 13th here tonight. The 2-1 delivery and a fly ball hit to right field. Strawberry, just standing and waiting, makes the catch. So Cey has been retired, 1 out and 1 on. Jody Davis will be the batter. This young slugger started out in the Mets organization. was traded by the Mets to the Cardinals for a left-hander, Ray Searage. Later, the Cardinals let him go, and the Cubs picked him up. And the development really began. Although he was a very good-hitting catcher in the Mets minor league organization. Hit 21 home runs one year with the Jackson Mets. Mets had a number of young catchers do awfully well in the minor leagues this summer. And the pitch thrown, and a towering foul. Hernandez coming over on the warning track, near the crowd, reaching over. Can't get a play. And Keith disappears. He draped himself over the railing, and his hat was right on the ground. His head was in the hat. 1 strike count on Jody Davis. Mets lead 7-0. Cubs are batting in the 5th inning. And the pitch on the way. Too high, 1 ball, 1 strike. Tomorrow evening, a 7:35 game, and Sunday 1:35. The series opens a 7-game homestand. The games are dwindling down very, very rapidly. The teams have about 22 games to play. Now the 1-1 delivery. Fastball, a strike call to Jody Davis. Cubs will close out playing their hated rival, the St. Louis Cardinals. Cardinals continue to play the rest of the month the way they're playing right now. They're going to be awfully tough for everybody. They're probably too far back to make it, but they're really on a roll. They're being derailed tonight, though, in Pittsburgh. 9th inning with the Pirates winning 4-1. The pitch by Gooden, curve in the dirt, handled nicely by Mike Fitzgerald. 2 balls and 2 strikes. New York 7 runs on 6 hits. Chicago no runs. 1 hit, an infield hit by Keith Moreland. Don Zimmer coaches 3rd for Jimmy Fry. John Vukovich on the lines at 1st. A former Met pitcher, Billy Connors, is the pitching coach. Pitching 2-2. Strike 3 call. Caught the outside corner. Number 8 for Dwight Gooden. He changed up and got him. We pause for station identification on the New York Mets Baseball Network.
Hi, this is Wally Backman, reminding you to listen for the WHN Secret Song for the Mets fans only, later in today's game on WHN New York.
Bob Murphy with Steve Lamar, visiting 5th inning, 7-0 New York. 15-year veteran Larry Bowa is the hitter, and he pops it foul straight back. He was jammed by Dwight Gooden. Larry Bowa with 15 years in the National League. He's beginning to slow up a little bit. Batting at .215 this year. Cubs have young Sean Dunston, who wound up playing AAA ball with the Iowa Oaks in Des Moines. Perhaps about ready to break onto the big league scene at shortstop. Now the pitch by Gooden, and a fastball low outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. They have a very young Ryne Sandberg already established as a superstar at 2nd. Sean Dunston comes on and does as well as everybody believes that he will. The Cubs could be all set in the middle of the infield for quite a while. Ray Knight up on the grass at 3rd against the bunt possibility. Change-up pull foul, 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs and 1 on in the visiting 5th inning. Dwight Gooden came into the game with 224 strikeouts. He has added 8 to that total here this evening. They hope that he'll be able to get Larry Bowa. Here's the pitch on the way. Curve is wide. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Larry Bowa. Larry has been such a good one over the years. Playing shortstop on 3 divisional championship teams for the Phillies and a World Series team. Setting records with his glove. He's a switch hitter. He's batting left against Dr. K. Pitching 2-2. Line drive caught by Wally Backman, and that retires the side. So Bowa hit it hard, but he lined out to 2nd. No runs, an infield hit, a man left. Now we are halfway at the end of 4 1/2. The New York Mets 7 and the Chicago Cubs 0.
Let's go Mets!
It's time for the Budweiser
WHN Secret Song.
It's Don't It Make My Brown Eyes Blue by Crystal Gale. Be the 50th caller at 212-955-9WHN Monday morning between 7:30 and 7:45. Identify that song when you hear it, and you'll win 4 choice reserved seats to the Mets Expos game September the 21st, plus dinner in the Diamond Club from the radio home of the New York Mets, 1050 WHN.
Members only. When you put it on, something happens. Outerwear and sportswear by members only.
Lee Iacocca asked his engineers to build a sports car. Remember, the competition is good. We've got to be better. Chrysler creates Laser. With optional fuel-injected turbo, 15-inch road wheels and tires and handling package, Laser XE proved itself in USAC sports car certification tests against standard-equipped models. Make it fast. We did. 0 to 50, Laser beats Camaro Z28, Trans Am, Toyota Supra, Nissan 300ZX. Make it handle. We did. In the slalom, Laser finishes first. Give it a brain. We did. Laser XE's onboard computers monitor 19 vital functions. Make it luxurious. We did. Laser makes Mark Cross leathers available. Chrysler's new Laser XE. The competition is good. We had to be better.
Experience the sports car that outperforms the competition overall. Chrysler Laser XE at your turbocharged local Chrysler Plymouth dealer.
Nelson Doubleday and Fred Wilpon have a very impressive list of very distinguished baseball executives who are here this evening at the ball game. Dr. John McMullen, the chairman of the board of the Houston Astros. Bill Bartholomew, chairman of the board of the Atlanta Braves. Andy McKenna, chairman of the board of the Chicago Cubs. All getting together to break bread and enjoy baseball here at Shea Stadium. Jack Blake, publisher of the St. Petersburg Times, and a man most interested in seeing Major League Baseball come to the Tampa-St. Petersburg area. Pitch to Hubie Brooks as he leads off the home fifth inning. Warren Brewster missing, low and away. 1 ball and no strikes. Ray Knight will be the next hitter, and then Mike Fitzgerald. The 1-0 delivery is over at the letter. Strike 1 called, 1-1. Hubie has grounded to third and reached on a walk 0 for 1. Hubie's 4th year in the National League. It's his best ever. Brewster, the right-hander, around with the arm and a breaking ball high. 2 balls and 1 strike. For the New York Mets, if you joined late, Mookie Wilson and George Foster each have driven in 3 runs. 1 run scored on an error. It is 7-0 New York. Swing and a miss and a slider. 2 balls and 2 strikes. George Foster hit a 3-run homer for George's 20th home run of the year. Mookie has been to bat 3 times, and each time knocked in a run. The first time with a sacrifice fly, in the third with a double, in the fourth with a single. Ground ball hit slowly toward Ryne Sandberg. He looks it into his glove, throws down to Leon Durham, 1 away. One out and nobody on. Ray Knight coming to bat. Ray, a lifetime .280 hitter, a native of Albany, Georgia. Married to the championship golfer, Nancy Lopez. They have a beautiful 10-month-old daughter. Nancy and the daughter flew into St. Louis and watched the Mets play there. Ground ball hit down to third. It'll be fielded by Ron Cey. And the Penguins' long toss to Durham, 2 men down. That brings to the plate Mike Fitzgerald. Mike singled to left center field in the third, and he bounced down in the 4th inning, 1 for 2. Mike was in a slump for a while, but he is hitting the ball hard again. Over the last 8 games, Mike has hit .333. The windup by Brewster, and the pitch to Fitz, a swing and a miss, strike 1. A couple of National League games are now over. The Cardinals, who had been on such a roll, lost one tonight. Phillies lost again. The pitch to Fitzgerald hit off the end of the bat foul and back into the load section here at Shea Stadium. Boy, oh boy, is this area busy. The Mets and Cubs series, and right across Roosevelt Avenue, the U.S. Open at the Tennis Center. Good idea to come early. Use public transportation if you can. And a swing and a foul tip. and a 2-strike count on Fitzgerald. Brewster will deliver low and away, backhanded by Jody Davis. 1 ball and 2 strikes. On this road trip, the Cubs have won 6 of 8 ball games. And when the road trip is over, they'll have a home field advantage at Wrigley Field. They are something else again in the friendly confines. Swing and a miss at a slider, and he struck out Fitzgerald. So the Mets are out in order in their half of the 5th inning. Nothing across, and at the end of 5, the Mets 7 and the Cubs nothing.
Safe driving depends on good visibility. That means a clean, clear windshield. And that's exactly what you get with Anco wiper blades from a Better Auto Parts store. So don't wait for your wiper blades to start streaking and smearing. Replace them now with Anco blades from a Better Auto Parts store in New York, Connecticut, or New Jersey, so that you can see your way clear. Anco blades with 50% more rubber than the next best-selling brand. Anco, the blades you can depend on in all kinds of weather. Specially priced now at a Better Auto Parts store.
Go ahead, pour yourself a cold Michelob Light. Ah, just compare that rich, smooth taste to any beer you like. With one taste, you'll know why it's Michelob Light.
Michelob Light for the winners. Michelob Light, Michelob Light.
Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
Michelob Light.
In the 6th inning, we will have a pinch hitter for the Cubs. Jimmy Fry will put up Dan Roan to bat for Warren Brewster. Rick Russell getting ready in the Cub bullpen. Brewster 2 1/3, allowed 1 run and 2 hits. Walked 2 and fanned 1. In the 2 finals in the National League, Montreal defeated the Phillies 7-1. Big night for Andre Dawson. The Hawk had 2 home runs and 4 RBIs. Jim Walford also homered twice, both with the bases clear. Bryn Smith was the winner, Shane Raleigh the loser. Final score, Montreal 7, Philadelphia 1. John Tudor, a classy left-hander, won his 9th game. Needed help from DeCulvey and Scurry from the 8th inning on. Pittsburgh stopping the hot streak of the Cardinals 4-1. Tudor the winner, Ricky Horton the loser. The pitch to Dan Roan and a towering foul pop, probably out of play. Fitzgerald coming back, might have a play, and makes the catch. Oh, beautiful play by Mike Fitzgerald. Right at the railing, he had to drop to his knees and lunge for it, and he made a one-handed stab. That is quite a play by Mike Fitzgerald. First, it looked like he would go into the stands, but it did not quite make it. And at the last moment, dropping to his knees on those shin guards, lunging forward, Fitz made the grab. Ooh, that was a play.
Beautiful play by Fitz.
One out and nobody on. Here's the leadoff batter, Bob Dernier, the speedy center fielder. Pitch by Dwight Gooden, and a fly ball to center field. Mookie back 3 steps, lines it up, makes the catch. Very quickly, 2 men out. The other 3 National League games are tonight. In the American League, they're in the 9th inning at Fenway Park. The Red Sox 2 and the Yankees 1. Bob Ojeda pitching for Boston. Cleveland beat Oakland 13-2. Blyleven won his 16th. Toronto still leading Detroit 4-0. They're down the 8th inning at Toronto. Milwaukee and Baltimore are 6-6 in the middle of the game. Low and away, it is ball 1 to Ryne Sandberg. California leading the White Sox 11-1 in the 4th inning. Seattle 2, Kansas City 1 at the end of 4. Texas and Minnesota 1-1 at the end of 5. And the out-of-town scoreboard is brought to you by People Express, the airline where low prices and frequent flights make it easy to get out of town. And a swing and a miss, 1 ball and 1 strike. 2 outs, nobody on, visiting 6th inning. Near capacity crowd, Mets lead 7-0. Maybe a few seats way up at the top of the upper deck. Dr. K's 1-1 delivery, swing and a miss by Ryne Sandberg. Sandberg has been up twice, and both times has been fanned by Dwight Gooden. Dwight has 8 strikeouts. He's walked only 1. Dwight trying to win his 6th in a row and 15th of the year. The 1-2 pitch. And a ground ball hit hard, a one-hopper fielded by Wally Backman. Now to Hernandez. That retires the side. They go in order. Dwight has retired 6 in a row. Nothing across in the middle of the 6th inning. The Mets 7 and the Cubs nothing.
Let's go Mets! 1050 WHN. Spend a little time in our country.
And don't it make my brown eyes blue? To all the girls I've loved before, you look so good. Love will turn you around.
1050 WHN. You'll love our country.
Members only, the brand that's changing the way America looks. Members only.
Has this ever happened to you? You're cruising along on a near-empty tank when you see a gas station ahead with a big sign featuring an invitingly low price per gallon. So you pull up to the pump, and that's when you learn that the price on the sign was for leaded gasoline. The unleaded your car needs costs a lot more. But what the heck, you're at the pump already, so you fill up and pay up. Now, there are 2 ways to avoid that costly situation. 1, watch out for the small print on those gas station signs. Or forget the small print altogether and look for the big print that says Getty. At Getty, we sell unleaded gasoline only, premium and regular, and we sell them for less than most other major unleadeds. So if you really want more miles for your money, you don't have to be an expert in sign language. You just have to say, fill her up with Getty Unleaded.
Right-hander Rick Russell on to pitch now for Chicago. He'll bat second of the order. Ryne Sandberg, who made the last out, leaves the ball game. And Dan Roan takes over at second base. New York 7, Chicago nothing, last of the 6th inning. Russell has been in 17 games this year, 14 starts. He's been fighting his way back from a rotator cuff injury. He's worked 88 innings, allowing 117 hits, so it does not come easy for the veteran right-hander. Before the shoulder injury that sidelined him for better than a full year, he was one of the premier right-handers in the National League. Rick Russell. He'll be pitching to Dwight Gooden in the last half of the 6th inning. And the pitch thrown by Russell, fouled off the end of the bat and into the crowd by Dr. K. Dwight has walked only 1 and struck out 8. You follow Dwight Gooden, he usually gets 2 or 3 strikeouts very late in the ball game. They check him on the radar gun. He keeps that velocity that he starts the game with. Most pitchers will tire and not throw as hard after about 6 innings. Curveball, outside and low, 1 ball, 1 strike. But Dwight Gooden will maintain that velocity. He won't lose maybe a mile or 2 miles per hour at the most. Here's the 1-1 delivery. And a fly ball hit the right field. Running toward the line is Keith Moreland, and he snags it for the out. So Gooden is skied to right, 1 down to the home 6th inning. When you put it on, something happens. Outerwear and sportswear that combine extraordinary styling, colors, and fabrics to take you beyond fashion to a bold new feeling about you. Members only.
Second baseman, Wally Backman.
Here's leadoff batter Wally Backman. He was the catalyst. First inning of the game, he led off for New York with a long triple over Dernier's head to right center field. Mookie promptly brought him home, and the Mets were in front 1-0. In the dirt, 1 ball and no strikes. $7-0 New York, last of the 6th inning. Now Russell around with the arm. Fastball, a strike call. 1 ball and 1 strike. Time Rick Russell spent with the Yankees, he's been on the disabled list. Yankees finally gave up on him. The 1-1 delivery is low and outside. It's 2-1. I guess just about everybody had. Everybody but Rick Russell. But he hung in there, and he has pitched a few pretty good ball games for him. Fouled over the Cub dugout and back into the crowd. For a number of years, Russell was the ace of the Cubs staff, pitching on ball clubs that did not win that many ball games. Curveball, pull foul. It'll be snagged by Bill Robinson. With 5 victories this year, Rick has 139 Major League wins. One 20-game season, that was in '77. First year with the Yankees, he was 4-4. In '82, he did not play. He had that rotator cuff. Inside and high. Has to be hard for a guy who has been in the major leagues for about 12 years to go back to the minors and work his way back. But because of the injury, he did do that. He went back to Quad Cities. Got it going, and the Cubs brought him in. 3-2 delivery to Wally Backman, way outside, ball 4. Wally has been on base 4 times in a row. He's drawn 3 straight walks. Mets now have drawn 6 walks in the game tonight. Of those who have been walked, 2 came around to score. Wally came around in the 3rd after a walk. And a ground ball bounced on the right side, fielded by Dan Roan. He'll throw to Leon Durham. That retires Mookie Wilson. Moving over to second base goes Wally Backman. 2 men away. Keith Hernandez is the number 3 hitter. Keith is 0 for 3 at the moment. He has lined out hard to Bob Dernier, flied to right, and he went all the way around to second base on a fielder's choice. But Wally Backman did quite a job at a rundown play between third and home. He stayed in that hot box until everybody got to second and third. Then he made a break for home, and they tagged him out. Inside low to Keith Hernandez, ball 1. Crowd tonight is well up over 40,000, maybe about 45 or 46,000. The 1-0 pitch. Hernandez will not pull the trigger, and it's high. 2 balls and no strikes. Keith, the number 4 hitter in the National League. Leading the league in walks, leading the league in on-base percentage. Next time he draws a walk, he'll tie the Mets club record. Strike call on the inside corner, a breaking ball. It's 2-1. Buddy Harrelson holding the record with 95 walks. Keith needs 1 more to tie that. A very happy Buddy Harrelson, and a congratulations to Buddy. Managing for the first time this year, his team won a pennant and won a playoff championship. Inside and low, 3-1. Last night, Buddy Harrelson's club at Little Falls beat Newark for the championship. Sean Abner, the youngster who was number 1 in the draft, hit a 3-run homer to help Buddy win the ball game. Hit hard toward the middle. Base hit to center field for Hernandez. Backman is flying around third. He comes home with the 8th run of the night. Another RBI for Keith Hernandez. Hard single through the middle. For Keith, that is his 87th run batted in.
Right fielder, Darryl Strawberry.
87 RBIs for Keith Hernandez. The Mets lead the Chicago Cubs 8-0. Darryl Strawberry, the hitter. Fastball, a strike call. Darryl's last 2 times at bat, he has drawn an intentional walk. First time in the 3rd, it really backfired. George Foster hit a 3-run homer. Just inside to Strawberry. Second time up in the 4th inning, the intentional walk loaded the bases. It worked for the Cubs that time. Foster flied out to left field. The 2-0 delivery. High fly, well hit, deep to left center field. Back goes to near, way back, gone. A home run. It is 10-0 New York. capacity, they are all standing and cheering and wanting Strawberry to come out for a curtain call. Darryl's 21st home run. Congratulations and getting gift certificates to Darryl Strawberry. Pitch to Foster, wide ball one. Now Darryl comes out, and the roar of the crowd goes up again. Inside to George Foster, ball 2, 2-0. Now in the game tonight, Foster has hit a 3-run homer. Strawberry a 2-run homer. Mookie Wilson has batted 3 runs in. In this inning, Hernandez singled in a run. Strawberry a distant 2-run homer to left center. Ball 3 to George Foster. New York 10 runs on 8 base hits. And again, a walk is backfired. This is taken high, ball 4, and Foster is on with a walk. Second walk by Rick Russell. 3 who have walked in the game tonight have now come around to score. When Darryl Strawberry hits one here at Shea, he donates $500 for athletic equipment to an area high school. For that 2-run homer, the Chelsea Vocational High Athletic Department will receive $500 from Darryl Strawberry. Now Hubie Brooks is scheduled to bat. Remember that he fouled the ball off his foot earlier in the ball game. It might still be painful to him, and Jose Oquendo is going to hit for Hubie and stay in the ball game. So Hubie Brooks will get the rest of the night off. The Mets have a 10-0 lead, and Jose Oquendo will be coming up to hit. Hubie Brooks richly deserves to get out of a game a little bit early. He has just played game after game after game and played very, very well. Hubie has played in 135 ball games. Only one player on the ball club has played it more, and that's Keith Hernandez with only one more. So Hubie Brooks has played 135 games. And Jose Oquendo will bat for Hubie and then go to shortstop. Jose was out of action for a few days. He got hit on the wrist with a hard line drive during batting practice. He says he's okay now. And a ground ball hit through the middle, a base hit to center field. Oquendo has signaled to center. Foster will go to second. Now the 8th man to bat of the inning is Ray Knight. Ray 0 for 3 here this evening. The Mets are leading Chicago 10-0. They have to feel good about this after the pounding they took, especially at Wrigley Field. It is just one game, but it certainly could be a confidence builder. 2 men away, runners on first and second. And a pitch this high to Ray Knight, 1 ball and no strikes. Home run power, yes, the Mets have had it here tonight. Foster hitting a 3-run homer, his 20th of the year. Strawberry a 2-run homer, his 21st of the year. The 1-0 delivery inside and low to Ray Knight. 2 balls and no strikes. Mets have had that happy blend going here tonight. Superb pitching by Dwight Gooden and some very heavy hitting. Russell, the veteran right-hander, delivers and is popped up into very short center field. Coming in is Bob Dernier. He has plenty of time. It's so high in the air. Now he grabs it, and the side has been retired. For the New York Mets, they score 3 more runs. 3 hits, 2 were left on. At the end of 6 innings at Shea, the Mets 10 and the Cubs nothing.
This bud's for you. There's no one else who does it quite the way you do. So here's to you. You know it isn't only what you say, it's what you do. For all you do. This bud's for you. King of Beers is coming through. All you through this country. Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
The revised edition of the 1984 Mets Yearbook is now available by mail. The revised book you'll find has pictures and stats of the newest Mets. Kelvin Chapman, Bruce Perini, Jerry Martin, and Brent Gaff, and a new team picture. You know, the first edition was completely sold out. So we suggest that you act now. Send a check or a money order for $450, payable to the Mets, and to Promotion Graphics, Department M, 160 Berry Street, New York, New York, 113. That's a check or a money order for $450, payable to the Mets to Promotion Graphics, Department M, 160 Berry Street, New York, New York, 113. Before we go to the 7th, we pause for station identification on the New York Mets Baseball Network.
Hi, this is Frank Howard of the New York Mets, reminding you to listen for the WHN secret song for the Met fans only, later in today's game on WHN New York.
Now we go to the 7th inning. The Mets have a change on the playing field, as Steve Lamar will tell you about it.
Jose Oquendo taking over at shortstop. And the first pitch by Dwight Gooden is up high to Gary Matthews, ball one. Matthews has been retired twice. He struck out and flied to center, and Gooden gets one over, a called strike, 1-1. Gooden has retired the last 6 hitters. And since Bob Dernier walked the lead off the ball game, Gooden has set down 18 of the 19 batters. The pitch down low, and it's 2-1. The Mets 10 runs and 9 hits. The Cubs no runs and only 1 base hit. That 1 hit was an infield hit by Keith Moreland leading off the 5th inning. Now Frank Pulley, the plate umpire, at the request of Gary Matthews, wants to look at the baseball, and he throws it out of play. White looking for his 15th win of the year and his 3rd over the Cubs. Here's the pitch. It is high for a ball to Matthews. I believe the count is 3-1. Scoreboard has 2-1. Matthews leading off in inning number 7. Leon Durham to follow. And then Keith Moreland. Here's the pitch by Gooden. Fastball misses high and away, and it is ball 4. That will be the 2nd walk by Dwight Gooden. And Leon Durham is the batter. He has grounded to short and to first. Durham, a big left-handed batter. 21 home runs, 85 runs batted in, and a .286 batting average. Set is Gooden. Here's the pitch, and it is swung on and fouled away by Durham. Gooden has his sign now. Here is the stretch and the pitch. A strike called, and it's 0-2. When the Cubs traded Bruce Sutter to the St. Louis Cardinals, this was the key man in the deal for Chicago. Durham had torn up the minor leagues, and the Cubs wanted Durham. Here's the pitch. It is up and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Durham is 27 years old. 2 years ago, he finished 3rd in the batting race in the National League. Then he was beset by a number of injuries last year and wound up hitting only .258, played in only 100 games. 1-2 the count. Human wave going around Shea Stadium. 1-2 pitch. Popped up. Out into shallow right center. Mookie has all night to get under it. He's there, and he's got it. Towering fly ball to right center, handled by Mookie. Durham is retired, and the batter will be Keith Moreland.
Now batting for the Cubs, right fielder, Keith
had the Cubs only hit an infield hit in the 5th inning, and he has struck out. Fans, this bun's for you. Day or night, any time is the right time to enjoy the clean, crisp taste that says Budweiser. Matthews aboard at first base with 1 out. Moreland is the hitter. Here's the pitch, and it's good for a strike. Mets have lost the last 7 games they've played against the Chicago Cubs. The last win for the Mets over the Cubs was on July 27th here at Shea when Gooden beat Ruthven 2-1. The pitch. Swung on and hit into left center field. Coming on Mookie and Foster reaches out and makes the catch. In the alley in left center field. Nice running catch by George.
Nice running catch and excellent teamwork between Foster and Mookie Wilson at the last moment. Mookie realized that George had a shot at it, so he veered out of the way. And Foster went right in front of him to make the catch.
Third baseman, Ron Cey.
Now Jim Fry will take Ron Cey out of the ball game and will put Thad Bosley up as a pinch batter. Cubs have been raving about the job that Bosley has done this year for them in a part-time role. He has hit .303, been up only 76 times in 43 games. But he has had some pretty big hits. Left-handed batter. Here's the pitch. And a fastball misses, ball 1. Bosley batting for Ron Cey. 1 on, 2 out. Matthews led off the inning with a walk. Durham and Moreland flied out. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And it misses outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Nothing Mets in the 7th inning. Here's the pitch to the left-handed batter, Thad Bosley. It's low, and the count goes to 3-0.
Jimmy Fry now has Ron Cey out on deck. His backup catcher to bat for Jody Davis. So he's starting to pull his regulars out now. So they'll be a little more rested for tomorrow night.
Good and ready, 3-0 pitch. Taken for a strike by Bosley. It's 3-1. He's another guy that came in that Rick Sutcliffe trade from Cleveland. He's waiting on deck as Bosley, another pinch batter, waits at the plate for a 3-1 pitch from Dwight Gooden. Here it is. Swung on and missed. 3-2 now to Bosley. Mets with a big lead in the 7th inning in the first game of a 3-game series, with Walt Terrell and 13-game winner Rick Sutcliffe to work tomorrow night. 3-2 pitch. Strike 3 call. Bosley called out on strikes. That is number 9 for Dwight Gooden. No runs, no hits, a walk and a man left. In the middle of the 7th inning, the Mets lead Chicago 10-0. Let's go Mets! Last of the 7th, the Mets leading 10-0. Have Mike Fitzgerald to bat.
Attention, please. For Chicago, now carrying left field,
Henry Cotto has taken over in left field.
At third base, Tom Verizer.
Thad Bosley has gone to right field. Tom Verizer's playing third base, the former Met. And Ron Cey is doing the catching. Rick Rushell with a pitch to Fitzgerald, and it is taken for a strike. So Jim Fry getting a lot of his regulars out of the game, with the Mets way out in front 10-0 in the 7th inning. Here is the pitch by Rushell, a curveball that misses low and outside. Now the wind of the pitch. Another breaking ball that misses to Fitzgerald. Mike has had 1 for 3 tonight. That base hit led off the 3rd inning. And the Mets went on to score 5 runs off Dick Ruthven. 3 of them came on a long home run by George Foster after the Cubs had intentionally walked Darryl Strawberry. Fitzgerald fouls the next pitch away. Henry Cotto now playing left field. Thad Bosley is in right. Tom Verizor taking over at third, and Ron Cey doing the catching for Chicago. Swinging a foul ball coming back. And the count is 2-2 now to Mike Fitzgerald. Dwight Gooden waits on deck. He has allowed only 1 base hit in this game. And the pitch. Swung on and fouled away at the plate. Last time the Mets and the Cubs played was at Wrigley Field in August. The Cubs swept a 4-game series, and in the 4 games, the Cubs scored 32 runs and had 51 base hits in 4 games. Mets have turned the tables in this one game, leading 10-0, and they've out-hit the Cubs 9-1. Here's the pitch by Russell. Breaking ball away. And now it's 3-2. Dick Ruthven started. Warren Brewster came on for 2 1/3 innings. Now Russell. Here's a fly ball hit to right, shallow. Bosley coming on, and he's got it for the out. So Fitzgerald has flied to right, and now Dwight Gooden will be the batter. Here's the big hand for Dwight Gooden, and many of the fans here at Shea rising to salute the 19-year-old right-hander Dwight Gooden. Here's the first pitch, and a bouncer hit up the middle. Dan Roan backhands it, throws, and Dwight beat it out. Base hit.
Boy, he's fun to watch, isn't he?
He ran hard all the way and got himself an infield base hit. He had a high bouncer out almost behind the bag at second, and Roan, after backhanding the ball, could not throw out Gooden. So Dwight has 2 hits in this game. This has been quite an evening for Dwight Gooden. They'll bring the jacket out to him, and Bill Robinson will help Dwight on with it. As Wally Backman waits at the plate. Wally's had an outstanding evening. He's been on base 4 times with a triple and 3 walks, and he scored 3 of the Mets' 10 runs. Wally hitting .277. 1 man out, 1 man on. And Russell delivers outside, ball 1. One ball and no strikes. Russell set, delivers. And it is outside for a ball, 2-0. "22 games to play, including this one, with the Cubs owning a 7-game lead. When they finish this series, they'll play 13 of their last 19 at home at Wrigley Field. Strike call to Backman, 2-1. When this series ends, the Mets will have 10 games at home and 9 remaining on the road. 2-1 pitch, and Backman started to go but laid off. The pitch was over. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Mookie Wilson has driven in 3 runs tonight. Foster 3 with a home run in the 3rd inning. Strawberry 2 with a home run in the 6th. Hernandez has an RBI, his 87th of the year. Another run scored on an error. 10-0 New York. Pitch. That one just missed. Ron Cey, the catcher, thought they had Backman out of there on strikes. It's 3-2 now. Russell looking in. Now he's ready. The pitch. Backman swings and misses, strike 3. So Russell has fanned back. First pitch to Mookie, fouled on the ground down the third base line. Game 2 of the series tomorrow night. We'll have Walt Terrell pitching for New York. He is 10-10. Rick Sutcliffe for the Chicago Cubs. One strike in the pitch. Hit in the air to left field. Cotto coming on, and he reaches down to make the catch to retire the side. No runs, one hit, one man left. And at the end of 7, the Mets 10, the Cubs nothing.
Number 25,
Danny Heap will go to left field now for the New York Mets.
And leading off the eighth inning for Chicago, number 15, catcher Ron.
George Foster given the rest of the night off by Davy Johnson. And Danny Heap is in left field. Ron Hassey, the catcher, will be the batter. Hassey hitting 150. He's played only 9 games with the Cubs, 3 hits and 20 times at bat. No homers, no RBI. Shortly after he was acquired from Cleveland, he was injured, and he was out for a month and a half or 2 months. Swinging a foul ball coming back. No balls and 1 strike. Hassey was the Cleveland Indians' regular catcher for 2 or 3 years. He came with George Frazier and Rick Sutcliffe in that big deal on the 13th of June from the Cleveland Indians. The pitch down for a ball, and it's 1-1. Mel Hall, Joe Carter, Don Schulze, a pitcher, and a young pitcher by the name of Darrell Banks went to Cleveland. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Let's have the bullpen going. Doug Sisk and Wes Gardner are warming up. New York leading 10-0 in the 8th inning. Ron Hassey is the batter. Here's the pitch. And it's low for a ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Larry Bowa will hit next. And then it will be Dan Roan, who is the second baseman and is hitting 9th in the order. Here's the pitch. Fastball hit in the air to center. Mookie back a few steps, has lots of room, and makes the catch. 1 away. Now Larry Bowa coming up. He has been up twice against Gooden tonight. He's fouled out to Ray Knight, and he's lined out to Backman, the second baseman. By the way, Tom Verizon, who took over at third base for the Cubs, is batting in the 5th spot. Henry Cotto, the new left fielder, is hitting 3rd. Here's a strike call to Bowa. Larry batting .215. As a left-handed batter, he's hit less than 200 this year. 187. 1 strike pitch, pop foul off of 3rd. Ray Knight will come over to the railing, but he'll have no play. So a 2-strike count to Larry Bowa. Chicago Cubs have led the Eastern Division since the 1st of August. They now have a 7-game lead over the Mets. Mets leading tonight 10-0. 8th inning. 2-strike count to Bowa. The pitch. And that one misses low and away. Cubs have been the highest scoring team in the league this year. They've averaged almost a run per game more than the Mets. Cubs just under 5 runs per ball game on the average. Pop foul by Bowa. This is back out of play down the left field line. 1 ball and 2 strikes to the Cubs shortstop, Larry Bowa. Dwight Gooden has struck out 9. His high in a game this year is 14 strikeouts. It was in late May in a game here in New York against the Dodgers. 1-2 in the pitch. Curve way inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Cubs on their road trip to Atlanta. Philadelphia and Montreal have won 6 out of 8 and added a game and a half to their Eastern Division lead. Now a paper airplane comes sailing down on the field near home plate. And Frank Pulley, the plate umpire, calls time and picks it up. Now they're ready to go. 2-2 pitch. Ooh, that just missed the ball. 3-2. Dan Roan waiting on on deck. 3-2, and the pitch on the way. High and away, ball 4. Boa has drawn a walk. That's the third given up tonight by Gooden. And Dan Roan is coming to the plate. He appeared as a pinch hitter in the 6th inning and was retired on a very good play by Mike Fitzgerald, the catcher, on a foul pop-up near the railing by the Mets dugout. Roan, a left-handed batter who has been up only 17 times with Chicago with 2 base hits. Here's the pitch by Gooden, and it's good for a strike. 0-1. Dwight Gooden closing in on his 6th consecutive win. Here's the pitch. And a check swing foul coming back behind the plate. So it's 0-2 to Dan Roan. Only 2 pitchers in the league have won more games than 19-year-old Dwight Gooden. Joaquin Andujar and Charlie Lee.
By the time the year is over, he may have the most wins of them all.
Oh, he's moving right up on it. 2 strikes the count. The pitch to Roan. Swung on and missed, strike 3. There is number 10 for Dwight Gooden. Got Roan on a fastball. And now Gooden has tied the Mets record. That's his 13th game with 10 or more strikeouts.
And you can bet before this year is over, the record he has just tied that was held by Tom Seaver will belong to Dwight Gooden.
Seaver set the record in 1971. 13 games with 10 or more strikeouts. Gooden has just tied it. Here's the pitch to Bob Dernier, and it's hit in the air to center. Mookie going back. He's there now, and he's got it. That's all for the Cubs in the 8th inning. No runs, no hits, a walk, 1 man left. In the middle of the 8th, the Mets lead Chicago 10-0.
It's time for the Budweiser
WHN Secret Song.
It's Don't It Make My Brown Eyes Blue by Crystal Gale. Be the 50th caller at 212-955-9WHN Monday morning between 7:30 and 7:45. Identify that song when you hear it, and you'll win 4 choice reserved seats to the Mets Expos game September the 21st, plus dinner in the Diamond Club from the radio home of the New York Mets, 1050 WHN.
Members only, the brand that's changing the way America looks. Members only.
Pickup truck owners, Suburban Caps, the supermarket of truck caps in Mahwah, New Jersey, has done it again. They take great pride in announcing they're being selected by Glass-Tite, the Cadillac of fiberglass truck caps, as your new authorized dealer. Only Glass-Tite combines such style, quality, and class. They're the guys that make the exclusive wraparound fiberglass rear door with air cushion lift arms and cab-to-cap boot connection. To celebrate this event, Suburban Caps is having a truckload sale for 1 week beginning Friday, September 7th. They give you deluxe features free that other manufacturers charge up to $250 for. Suburban Caps offers free deluxe roof rails, free color trim stripes, and best of all, free colors. So hurry on down to Suburban Caps, Route 17, Mahwah, New Jersey, just 30 minutes from the GW Bridge, and try a beautiful Glass-Tite cap on your truck. Remember, they have over 600 caps in stock and are open 7 days a week. Call 201-529-4634 or see the new branch in Cooperstown, New York. Suburban Caps wants to protect your cargo, whether it's kids, kangaroos, or carpenter tools.
Moving to shortstop, number 17, Dan Roan.
Jim Fry will make a move or two here. He moves Dan Roan from second base over to shortstop, and he puts the outfielder Gary Woods in at second base. Rick Rushell working in the bottom of the 8th inning. This will be his 3rd inning of relief tonight. He has allowed 3 runs and 4 hits, and he'll pitch to the middle of the batting order. Hernandez, Strawberry, and Heap. Rushell's first pitch is fouled away by Hernandez, strike 1. That's holding a 10-0 advantage over the Cubs in the bottom of the 8th inning. Sutcliffe and Terrell tomorrow night. Sanderson and Darling Sunday afternoon. Here's the pitch by Rushell. It's low for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. One and one the count, the pitch. There's a strike called at the knees. Hernandez did a double take. He was walking out of the batter's box after the pitch reached the glove of the catcher, Ron Cey. Frank Pulley called it a strike. Hernandez looked at him, turned back, looked again. 1-2. Swing and a drive hit to center. Playable for Dernier. And he makes the catch. 1 out. Hernandez lines out to center. Members only. It's more than just the jacket that's become a legend. Members only is a whole range of sportswear you can live in. Outerwear that fits every move you make. A feeling you won't find anywhere else. That's members only. And the batter is Darryl Strawberry. First pitch by Russell is a breaking ball, low and in. Ball 1. Darryl flied to deep left center to Dernier in the first inning. Walked intentionally in the third and the fourth. And then hit a 2-run homer over the wall in left center in the 6th inning. Off Russell. Strike to Darryl. 1 ball and 1 strike. Now the right-hander with the pitch. This one is hit in the air down the left field line. Will it be fair or foul? Fair ball right out into the corner in left field. Darryl will have extra bases. He goes to second with a double. He hit it right down the line in left field. It dropped in the corner and hit off the 338 mark on a hop.
Number 25.
Darryl's 25th double of the season. Earlier tonight, he hit his 21st home run. Danny Heap batting for the first time. Took over in the top of the 8th inning in left field. Pitch to Heap is outside, ball 1. Eleven hits by the Mets tonight. Here's the pitch. And a strike call to Heap. Danny Heap played last night in Pittsburgh and went 0 for 3. He's hitless in his last 14 at-bats. Has only 8 hits in his last 62 times at-bats. Strike call from Russell to Heap, and it's 1-2. Jose Oquendo waiting on deck. Strawberry at second, 1 out. The pitch. Breaking ball swung on and missed. And Heap is gone on strikes. Second strikeout for Rick Russell. And now Jose Oquendo. He batted in the 6th inning and got a base hit off Rick Russell. So he's coming to the plate for the second time in this ball game. Mets tonight opening a 7-game homestand. The Cardinals and then the Pirates will follow the Cubs into Shea Stadium. Russell's pitch to Jose Oquendo. Breaking ball, strike called, and it's 0-1. Jose waiting. Russell delivers another breaking ball for a strike. And it's no balls and 2 strikes to Jose Oquendo. That's where the crowd tonight go over 1,600,000 in home attendance for the year. 2-strike pitch, just missed. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ten to nothing, New York in the 8th inning. Ron Cey, the catcher, sets the target and the pitch. Breaking ball, and it's bounced foul past Bobby Valentine. The Mets knocked out Cubs starter Dick Ruthven very early. They scored 6 runs off Ruthven in 2 2/3 innings. Warren Brewster came on, pitched 2 1/3. He gave up a run and 2 hits. Russell has been reached for 3 runs in 2 2/3 innings so far. And the pitch, foul back. Oquendo batting here in the last of the 8th inning with Strawberry at second, 2 men out. Russell delivers, and this is a breaking ball way outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Everybody in the Mets starting lineup, except Hubie Brooks and Ray Knight, have had at least 1 base hit. Brooks Sox batted officially only twice before leaving the game. 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball, misses, and now it's a full count to Oquendo. That field is shallow for Jose. Rick Russell set. Here's the pitch. And a pop fly shallow right, may drop in. It does. Base hit. Here comes Strawberry for the plate. The throw. He slides. He's out at the plate. Bosley threw him out at the plate. Ron Cey had it blocked off. And after the bloop single by Oquendo, Strawberry out at the plate. Bosley to Cey. No runs. 2 hits in the inning. 1 man left. We'll go to the 9th with a score. The Mets 10, the Cubs nothing.
Leading off the 9th inning. Bring the Cubs.
We go to the 9th inning at Shea Stadium, and here's Bob Murphy.
In the 9th inning, Davey Lopes will be the pinch hitter, batting for Rick Russell. Long-time Los Angeles Dodgers second baseman Davey Lopes, recently acquired from the Oakland A's. And Davey Lopes has been to bat 6 times, had 3 hits since coming back to the National League. Dwight Gooden is ready to work. We're in the 9th inning. The pitch on the way. It is inside, ball 1. Dwight has allowed no runs, only 1 hit. Walked 3 and struck out 10, bidding for his 15th win of the year and his 6th in a row. The 1-0 delivery, fastball over, a strike call. It's 1-1 to the veteran Davey Lopes. It'll be Davey Lopes, Henry Cotto, and Leon Durham here in the 9th inning, hitting against Dwight Gooden. Game time tomorrow night, 7:35. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Fastball high. It's 2-1. In the 23-year history of the New York Mets, there have been only 13 one-hitters. The 2-1 delivery, just missing, is 3-1. The last one pitched by a Mets pitcher was by Terry Leach the last weekend of the season a couple of years ago. The end of the 82 campaign. That was against the Philadelphia Phillies. Little debris came out of the stands, so the umpires are holding up until the field has been cleared. Nobody on, nobody out. 9th inning, the Mets with a win will cut a game off that Cub lead and be 6 games behind. But it is always so important to win the first game of a series. 3-1 delivery, ball 4. And Dwight Gooden has issued a walk to Davey Lopes. For Dwight, that is his 4th of the night. He may be getting a little arm weary. 3 of the 4 walks have come in the last 3 innings of the game. Henry Cotto is the batter. Cotto hitting at 289. He's had a couple of real good hot streaks. Last time the Mets played Chicago, Henry Cotto was really on a hot streak. Pretty impressive rookie. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Walt Terrell goes for number 11 tomorrow night, and he'll try to cool off the hottest pitcher of the National League in Rick Sutcliffe. Sutcliffe is 13-1. He had won 4 in the American League before joining the Chicago Cubs. Now the pitch by Dr. K is over, strike call. And he has a 2-strike count on Henry Cotto. Nobody out, a runner on first, 9th inning. Let's have the infield looking for 2, the outfield straight away. And Gooden from the set position delivers. Strike 3 call. A fastball let her high. Oh, what a great pitch that was. And he's throwing at least 90, maybe a little over here in the 9th inning. That is Dwight Gooden's 11th strikeout of the game. So he now has 235. That means if he can strike out 10 in his next start, probably next Wednesday night against Pittsburgh, he will tie Herb Score's major league record for strikeouts by a rookie pitcher. Herb Score fanned 245 almost 30 years ago, back in 1955. Leon Durham is the hitter. And a high pop-up on the infield. It should be easy. Wally Backman calling for it right behind second base. Grabs it for the second out. Now there are 2 men away in the top of the 9th inning. The Mets leading Chicago 10-0. Big crowd, a total crowd of over 48,000. Middle game of the series tomorrow night. Now the hitter is a former Met, Tom Verizon. Tom, a Long Islander. Missing quite a bit of this year with an injury, and now the crowd will stand, hoping to see the final out. The pitch by Gooden, and a check swing bloop towards shortstop, taken by Oquendo, thrown to first. It's over, a one-hitter for Dwight Gooden. A one-hitter for Dwight Gooden. The Mets blank the Chicago Cubs by a score of 10-0. And a one-hit shutout by Dr. K. Yes, he was Dr. K, all right. He fanned 11 in the game tonight. He wrote a new National League record for a rookie pitcher, erasing the old mark by Grover Cleveland Alexander, and now he's only 10 behind the Major League mark held by Herb Score. In the 9th inning, no runs, no hits, and a man left. The first one-hitter for a Met pitcher in 2 years, and only the 14th in the 23-year history of the ball club. So, what a game it was before a very big crowd here in Shea Stadium. The Mets winning, and winning very impressively. We'll be back with the happy recap in just a moment. The final score, the New York Mets 10, the Chicago Cubs nothing.
10. Thank you for listening to this game on Classic Baseball on the radio. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Feel free to browse our library of over 1,000 classic games and be sure to spread the word. Long live baseball. Thank you for listening to this game on Classic Baseball on the radio. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Feel free to browse our library of over 1,000 classic games and be sure to spread the word. Long live baseball. Thank you for listening to this game on Classic Baseball on the radio. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Feel free to browse our library of over 1,000 classic games and be sure to spread the word. Long live baseball. Thank you for listening to this game on Classic Baseball on the radio. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Feel free to browse our library of over 1,000 classic games and be sure to spread the word. Long live baseball. Thank you for listening to this game on Classic Baseball on the radio. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Feel free to browse our library of over 1,000 classic games and be sure to spread the word. Long live baseball. Thank you for listening to this game on Classic Baseball on the radio. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Feel free to browse our library of over 1,000 classic games and be sure to spread the word. Long live baseball. Thank you for listening to this game on Classic Baseball on the radio. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Feel free to browse our library of over 1,000 classic games and be sure to spread the word. Long live baseball. Thank you for listening to this game on Classic Baseball on the radio. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Feel free to browse our library of over 1,000 classic games and be sure to spread the word. Long live baseball. Thank you for listening to this game on Classic Baseball on the radio. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Feel free to browse our library of over 1,000 classic games and be sure to spread the word. Long live baseball. Thank you for listening to this game on Classic Baseball on the radio. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Feel free to browse our library of over 1,000 classic games and be sure to spread the word. Long live baseball. Thank you for listening to this game on Classic Baseball on the radio. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Feel free to browse our library of over 1,000